Hey, welcome to the Geeks Attic. We're live and we're having some technical issues, but first I'm going to go ahead and bring in our guests. We've got Adam from Brian's Nerd Pub.
What's up?
We've got Dylan, a top
Hey.
contributor over there at the Twin Sons Foundation.
I don't
We
know
have-
about top contributor, but okay.
You do what?
I don't know about top contributor, but okay.
Oh, well, one of them. We've got Quality Autism in his awesome bookshelf behind him there in Germany. Welcome, Quality. And
Hi, guys.
we're going to see if this works. Jeremy,
Hello.
can you hear me? Hi.
Hi. Is there an
Slight,
echo?
slightly.
This is how it's gonna be, I guess.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
not bad. It's not bad. So
No, it's not too bad. We got people in here saying that T Motors 22, while I wait for the stream to start, is going to be playing some Sonic Generations. I don't know what that is. But anyway, you guys pretty good in Star Wars trivia?
yeah,
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
You want to
I'm
do?
pretty terrible, but we can do this.
You want to do just a little bit?
I mean, my food will be here in like a couple minutes, but yeah, I'll jump.
I had some cards and I thought, you know what? Why don't I just bring these up?
Do we just like raise our hand if we know it, or
Yeah,
This way, Matthew can cheat.
I'm gonna watch. What is this for? Why do I have character cards? What? Okay, that's stupid. It's like you can't know who these characters are.
Look at how content. Dylan is the most serious human being I've ever seen in my life.
he just like heard Star Wars trivia? He's just like,
He's like prepping for brain surgery right now.
He's bringing up Google right now. This
It's
might
like Jeremy's on an iPad. I have an advantage.
be pretty tough.
Tough, like cooking a tri-tip in the microwave for 9 minutes and then trying to eat it. I did that. Wouldn't
Mhm.
recommend it.
No, I wouldn't try that, guys. Just flash your hand, or give me one of those.
One of these?
Wow, yeah, like Dylan. Okay, here it is. It's kind of I wouldn't know this one. Where were the Hoth sequences filmed? Well, I could give you multiple choice. You might need multiple choice. Should we do that?
Yeah, because I'm going to cheat with my answer.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and do it anyway? Next answer, I could. Next question, I'll give multiple choice.
So where was the Hoth? Do you mean like country or like city?
Country.
Country. I believe they were filmed in Norway.
That's correct.
I was gonna. That,
Yeah, they're on a glacier. That's what I was going to say. About half of the hot scenes were filmed on a glacier.
Yeah. Who went to look for C-3PO in Cloud City after he went missing?
Leia. Oops.
was it or who was?
We have A, Princess Leia, B, Han Solo, C, Chewbacca, and D, Lobot. I heard Quality say something first. What did you go with?
Leia.
No. Adam?
Chewie.
Yes. Okay, I'm going. Do you want me to do the multiple choice?
Yeah. Maybe start not multiple choice, and if like we're all dead, then give us multiple choice.
Okay, that sounds good. That way I could watch you guys and, just show me your hand whenever you know this. Who played Boba Fett? Jeremy?
Are we talking body or voice?
Are we talking episode 5, 6, or episode 2?
I don't know.
Are we talking old Boba Fett or young Boba Fett?
Are we talking Clone Wars both? It's a good question.
This is how you know we're Star Wars fans, when we can go like, okay, question. All right, question for the question. Which are we talking about here?
Okay.
But
Well, then-
I'm going to throw. His name was Jeremy Bussish?
Jeremy Bullock.
Bullock?
Close enough. I'd say I give you that one.
I just remember he had the same name as me.
Yeah.
And it's not
Well-
Jerry the Third Quality.
Great video
forgot
over there. Quality.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Bunch of good stuff popping up.
That's
What did the
Jeremy's alter ego.
Oh yeah, wasn't that like a thing for a while, Jeremy?
What?
An alter ego name for you.
I have
We're
several
making that up.
alter egos.
Okay.
Check out my OnlyFans.
Oh. There you go, guys. I thought that was what was the author's name that we talked about last week?
Oh, geez. Cotswinkle?
Cotswinkle, yeah. Isn't that
Yeah.
your OnlyFans name?
That's my pseudonym.
Yeah, this author right here.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, guys, what did the Emperor want according to Obi-Wan Kenobi?
What did he want? Are we talking New Hope Obi-Wan Kenobi? Yes.
This is pretty bad trivia box.
I don't. You're asking the most vague questions right here.
Thank this company.
Oh, it's Disney, so that explains that.
Is it? Yeah.
I give up.
Yeah, I don't know how. But
It doesn't say Disney on. Yeah, it does say Disney.
I could tell by the terrible Rebels Stormtrooper
Logo, yeah.
So the question is what the Emperor wants.
According to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I would say as a joke, unlimited power.
That's like the most
Uh,
number one.
Yeah.
I gotta step out. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll remove you. We'll wait for him to return. No, he won't. So what did the Emperor want according to Obi-Wan Kenobi? He wanted Luke Skywalker and his abilities.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
I thought he wanted Anakin, but
Yeah, this might be a garbage thing.
You should specify which trilogy you're talking about,
Yeah,
original or prequel.
It doesn't even say on here. It says nothing. It just has like the multiple choice and then the answer in bold. It doesn't give any hints to like trilogy, episodes, anything. Which actor portrayed Lobot?
oh, geez.
I would never know this. I forget Lobot's name half the time anyway, as it is.
Yeah.
Jeremy's secretly looking up the answers behind the scenes.
A. Julian Glover, B. Michael Sherd, C. John Hollis, or D. Milton Johns?
Milton John sounds familiar.
Well, it's not for Star Wars. John Hollis. These are really crappy trivia cards. Who arrived just before Han Solo at Cloud City, leaving Lando Calrissian no choice but to betray his old friend?
Vader? Oh. Sorry. Forgot to raise my hand.
Sorry. Scott Johnson. Great answer. A bald guy.
A bald guy.
It's the Empire.
Oh. Yeah. Future reference, I played Lobot, so.
These are really
What's
crappy.
happening?
This card game sucks.
Yeah, I quit.
What did Yoda tell Luke Skywalker he would be?
The
Quality?
yeah.
The Last of the Jedi.
He did say that, but that's not the answer.
These are the most vague questions ever.
Yeah,
Just say
well,
that.
see, this is the card I should have read the multiple choice on this one because it's A, tired, B, powerful, C, strong, or D, afraid. Adam.
Afraid.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of these questions.
Okay, this is one. This is a good one. I'll read the multiple choice. What attack pattern did Luke Skywalker order at the beginning of Hoth ground battle? Oh, Dylan?
Delta.
Yep. That is correct. I see people answering over there in the comments. I'm sorry I didn't notice any of that until just now.
All right, so since they're on a so they're on a delay. If any of them in the comments answer before us, then then chat wins. You have the advantage that like there's like a bunch of you, but you have the disadvantage that there's like a 30-second delay or something.
Yeah. So this is Empire Strikes Back. What attack Luke Skywalker on Hoth.
Oh,
Quality did that one.
Wampa.
Yep. What did Princess Leia tell Luke Skywalker when he saw her being escorted by stormtroopers in Cloud City? Jeremy?
It's a trap.
Yeah. You did it.
I answered one. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's like
He
I've
got the
never
meme
seen Star
answer
Wars.
right.
Yeah, the meme. I don't know if I want to continue doing this. It sucks.
Cool. What are we
You don't
reading?
have to.
What are you guys reading?
I'll start,
Go ahead.
I'll start with the reading.
Yeah.
I finished The Predator today. The quality looks miserable. Just about it.
Oh, he's.
Are you
We're
going
gonna
to join
talk
us
about
for
it,
our
Jeremy.
podcast quality?
Yeah, you gonna join the Paper Movies podcast?
If I can.
Okay. It's gonna be the last Thursday of the month, and it's over on Jeremy's channel.
See?
Same time.
I could probably stay, because that would be Friday morning for me, an hour. Probably I could.
Well, we
Even
try to
more.
keep them an hour.
Yeah, we try to keep them
Paper
at least
Movies doesn't thrive past the 60-minute mark.
right.
If we start in time, not like this one.
Right. Yeah, it's on Jeremy's channel, so it'll be on time.
I run
Hopefully.
this.
It deserves to be on his channel.
Very bad.
I hate that you make me read this book.
I didn't make it read.
It's
You're not the usual podcaster. I made them read it, which unfortunately it was Adam's first introduction into Predator as a whole, which I want his opinions on that.
not even the first movie.
I hadn't seen it before. I wanted to, but just haven't gotten around to it. But I did watch it after I read the book. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Wait, The Predator's a good movie?
No,
Huh?
Predator. I'm sorry, it's confusing. They stopped numbering them after 2.
It's
Yeah.
Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and The Predator.
That's right.
Thankfully, in my country, it's called Predator Upgrade. At least you can somewhat differentiate.
Separate it out. What about Alien versus Predator? Where doesn't that take place?
Doesn't
not
matter. No
canon.
one talks about it.
It's not canon?
No, they don't count. Either of them don't count because someone thought, well, we can get the 2 people who made what was that? What was that movie? It was that sci-fi movie that came out in the late 2000s that was a ripoff of Battlefield Los Angeles. That was an alien invasion movie. They got those 2 guys to make an Alien versus Predator movie. So the only thing is they upped the gore, but they shot it in the dark, so you can't see anything.
Mhm.
And it's terrible. The only upside to that is it's the only time you ever see the Predator homeworld.
Hmm.
It's like a 2-minute scene, and it's the only good scene in the movie. The rest of it's a soap opera with the Predator killing aliens. But anyway, I started reading an Ayn Rand book because I haven't read any Ayn Rand in a while, and I'm reading Anthem right now, and I'm about a third of the way through it already. It's pretty short.
Okay, I just figured out what the echo is.
What is it?
Quality on to. You don't have headphones?
No.
I muted your mic, and there's no echo. See that? Boom.
Wait. Then I have to use
Heck yeah.
Oh, you
fucking
got the
things.
cups.
It's all good. Yeah, see.
Okay.
Yep.
Hello, echo. Yeah,
Echo.
there we go.
Hooray!
Yeah,
Now I
it's
have
like,
to wear these stupid
Yeah.
things.
yeah, it's like either I get the droopies or the, sounds like something Jeremy might have.
I mean, are we going to talk about my urethra?
No. Sorry.
You might be opening up a can of worms here, man.
We
I know.
turned this into a backpedaler's podcast right
No.
now and talk about men's health.
No, we're good. We're good.
We could talk about you going to the dentist.
Oh gosh, that sucked. That
But
sucked a
yeah,
lot.
no. Dylan, what are you reading?
I finally finished The Last Jedi, the Jax Pavin one, not the other one.
The bad
So,
one?
yeah, I'm So I'm now reading The Paradise Snare, and it's not that I'm not enjoying it. It's just I feel like I feel like the backstory, like the Han backstory bits in the beginning, are taking a little too long. Wait, that's about as far as I've gotten. I'm only a few chapters in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's interesting stuff, but I'm like, okay, when is So is this all going to be like late teens Han, or like are we going to have like a time skip here, and then it's going to be later?
I think there's a skip, right? I read that trilogy.
I don't remember.
I never.
Because as I recall, I don't think Chewie shows up in the first.
No,
So
only in the
basically-
second.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Where are you at in the book?
I am. I just finished the third chapter.
Okay. So is he with his
I
family
think-
still, like the adopted family, like in the spaceship, still?
No. I think
No, he should be gone by then.
I think the book starts with him on the ship. Then we get some flashbacks intercut.
Yeah, there's.
And then we
I'm
just
in the
follow
middle.
him.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the flashbacks. He's gotten to Elysia, pretty much.
All right. They should stop
Okay,
anytime soon now and just be present.
cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, this is interesting. But like, can you not give it to me in like flashbacks, maybe?
Yeah. Like the last movie that we watched on the channel. The whole thing was a flashback.
Garbage day.
Garbage Day.
Garbage Day.
Dylan, Quality. Have you guys seen that?
I've
Deadly
seen
Night-
the meme.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you weren't with us when we decided to do that watch through. I think you had already checked out.
Yeah.
Yes, I sadly had to.
Yeah. It was a horrible movie, but man, it was good.
It's good.
It was good. It was so trashy. Oh my gosh.
That's the perfect way to describe it. That's how I described it to someone the other day.
Yeah, I made my
What is-
wife watch it.
Have you seen the first one? Either of you? Any of you? Basically, the first one got banned. It got pulled from theaters in America for being too violent because it was a Santa killing people with an axe. And this is the Reagan era of America. And the sanctity of the family was in jeopardy. So Mothers of Milwaukee, it was a group called Mothers in Milwaukee, had it pulled from theaters across the country. And then, so when it came time for the second one, they just took half of the first one, threw it in for an hour, and it was basically a new movie because no one saw it.
It's pretty smart. Probably a lot cheaper too. to
It
make.
looked nicer than what they did shoot for the movie. I always love that when your budget gets slashed, but you use stuff from the first movie, and it just doesn't look right.
Yeah. I'm actually reading Star Wars Dark Legends. It's a like a YA book. I don't know what it is really. Junior novel. It's like just little short stories, creepy things from Star Wars, like in the new canon. I read the first story, and they're just like the real short stories, like 30 pages per story.
So is it scary stories you tell in the dark, but Star Wars?
Pretty much.
Is it discount Galaxy of Fear?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like little horror stories that they're trying to like, ooh, be careful when you read this story because it's all real and it's been locked in a vault, a Sith vault, and now you have it and the secret's out. It's, cheesy premise, but I mean, the first story.
So it's The Ring. And when you play the tape, and after 7 days, Darth Vader comes out. And Rogue One.
Be careful. Yeah, what are those things from Rebels that work for Vader?
Oh, the
Inquisitors?
Yeah, the first story, I'll just go ahead and say, because I know you guys don't care. An Inquisitor comes and steals children out of their windows at an orphanage. See, there's that. So,
So they're ripping off the Clone Wars when Cad Bane was doing that.
I don't remember that.
That's a whole episode.
Oh, wait, yes, I remember that now. Yeah, but it was, it has a little artistic picture of the guy, and it looks like the main Inquisitor. I don't remember what his name was either, because
the Grand Inquisitor.
The Grand Inquisitor. Ooh, yeah. I don't have the book with me, otherwise I would show you. But yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on the Predator. I'm working on World of Warcraft.
Rogue Planet,
Uh,
Approaching Storm.
the Approaching Storm. Yeah, it's still on page 34, 35. So they were giving me a hard time last week, saying, or earlier this week, that I had my wife read my books to me to fall asleep, and that's why it takes me so long. That's not the truth.
Not just
That doesn't happen.
through Marco Polo.
Oh,
They're
okay.
next to each other.
Yeah,
Records
that's
the
right.
messages.
Yeah, so it takes extra long.
You remember it better because you hear it twice in a row.
Right there, and then on the phone. They can always go back and review it. Notes for later.
Rob D is right. The perfect Star Wars horror story is The Last Jedi screenplay.
Yeah. Yeah. Horror story for the whole box office situation too, right?
That was
For
Ryan
the
Johnson's
fandom.
revenge for I'm not sure what.
Just to have revenge.
I don't know. I don't know.
He just
why-
wanted to watch the world burn.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, so Ryan Johnson's made one of my favorite mystery movies ever. It's called Brick, and it is a solid movie, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt in one of his first roles, I think, and it's really good. Then Looper came out and like, oh well, that kind of sucked. Why did they make Joseph Gordon-Levitt look like Bruce Willis? It didn't work.
Isn't that like his most popular movie though?
I think his most popular
Looper?
movie is Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But yeah, Looper's pretty bad, and Last Jedi is how not to make a movie. Rise of Skywalker's how not to make a movie.
Would you call it a movie?
No, Rise of Skywalker's not a movie.
Just a disaster.
Last Jedi is borderline. It might be considered a movie. Although, plot-wise, everyone just goes in a circle and is back to where they were at the end of Force Awakens. But, yeah.
T-Motor 22 says, for some reason, Star Wars Twitter now thinks it's cool to love The Last Jedi. I only watched it once when I was getting ready for The Rise of Skywalker. I became a Star Wars fan around when The Rise of Skywalker came out. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdos on Twitter that just like anything Star Wars. But I've unfollowed quite a bit of people that just take it too far. The whole Ahsoka fan.
Oof.
I might be getting into some dark territory with that fandom, but
Yeah, oh yeah. You don't want to go down the road I've gone down.
there are some people. Cancel culture. Oh, you hate Ahsoka? Well,
We hate you.
we're burning you down. Oh my gosh. Scott Johnson,
Well,
Go ahead.
I think your opinion makes you a jerk. Like, okay.
But
That's
that's
your
an opinion. Yeah, it's an opinion. Yeah, so it's not a fact. I know. It's an opinion.
That was great.
Yeah, there's some great comments that can make it up on the channels. Scott Johnson says, I was flipping through the Canon Galactic Storybook Collection. I actually found it halfway decent. It's a compilation of stories, of canned stories in children's book form. Of canned stories in children's books.
Canon, maybe? Canon stories?
Book form.
Or canceled. That'd be
Cancel
cool.
stories.
They canceled Lucasfilm was notorious back in the EU days of canceling books. Look at Escape from Dagu. It got finished and just never got published.
Canon. He said canon. Thank you, Scott. I stumble around and look like an idiot a lot.
I don't know.
You know who
Dylan,
did?
I just had this question for you the other day, and I forgot to message you because I was at work. What were the new Jedi Order books that got canceled?
One by Michael Stackpole, because his Dark Tide duology was supposed to be a trilogy. Then we had the Nightfall trilogy by what was he?
Elaine Cunningham? Is that what she was supposed to do?
No, not Cunningham. A completely different author. Friedman?
Yeah.
Something?
Maybe.
Michael Jan Friedman, I think. Something like this.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, say hey to Bryce there in the comments. Say, guys, first stream I've commented in a while and viewed. What's today's stream? Today's stream is just random. Right now we're talking about books.
Yeah, Rob D. Michael Jan Friedman Nightfall Trilogy.
Now, was it Elaine Cunningham who got sick? And she wrote a book, and then
She
got lost because
she
it was on
wrote-
his drive?
She wrote Blood Oath. It got cancelled.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because Blood Oath is referenced, if I'm not mistaken.
In Fate of the Jedi, I think.
Yeah, because Blood Oath isn't New Jedi Order. Blood Oath is like between Legacy of the Force and Fate of the Jedi.
Was
Oh,
supposed to be standalone.
Yeah,
Basically.
because there's a scene where like at the end of Legacy of the Force where you think he dies, and then like in Fate of the Jedi he just comes back and he's like and he's got like a fiance now, and then that book was supposed to be like how that happened, but we never got that book. So if you just read it, it's like, wait, I thought you were dead. No, this is my fiance.
So you're saying it's like Light Cider. It's just like Light Cider between Dark Empire and Dark Empire 2. Oh, I guess Luke has a sidekick now.
What do you
I
mean?
can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Cam
But he
Solosa?
was that?
Cam Solosa?
Yes. I remember being very confused in Dark Empire 2.
Oh, okay. I have Dark Empire series. I don't think I have all of Dark Empire 2. I always say I'm going to read those, but I never do.
You should.
So only Dark Empire, not Dark Empire 2 and Empire's End?
Dark Empire.
You don't have Dark Empire 2 and
I
Empire's End?
think there's Dark Empire 2, the comic series, right? That's what we're talking about.
Dark Empire the comics, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 issues that I don't have. I don't know which ones they are.
If it's just 2, it might be Empire's End.
Okay. Huh. So they canon book titles are still
Yeah.
taken. Okay, that's what
I mean,
confused
you
me.
could pick up Dark Empire in the fall. It's coming.
Ah, there it
being
is.
re-released in the Epic Collection.
What is that?
Dark
Or
Empire.
Dark Empire 2 when they were
Oh.
re-released
Reprinted.
in the mid-2000s.
Yeah, and this one it has both Dark Empire 2 and Empire's End. Like
Because
all in
Empire's
one.
End is extremely short.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
They basically told Tom Beach to GTFO.
see, we got Bryce Stafford saying, "Still have the Highlander coin jar, Adam."
I used the money that we got from the Highlander topics to buy me a new one. So
Wolfgang Blaze says, "Which one of you has read the most Legends novels?"
not
Not
me.
Dylan.
Not me.
Dylan or Quality? Actually,
I
it might be
have-
Quality.
If we're talking about adult novels, I'm only missing 3.
Yeah, you've read more than I have then. Because I still have about 20 to go.
Yeah.
I actually wrote it down how many I read, but
I
mean-
probably read the most comics out of anyone, though.
Probably.
Because I know I've read more comics than Dylan.
Well, that's not that hard to do.
No, I know. I remember I sent a picture.
Hey,
I
Dylan,
think-
have you finished Invasion yet?
Invasion's trash, and you should feel trash.
I'm just saying, you're a big New Jedi Order fan, and you haven't finished New Jedi Order.
Invasion is not New Jedi Order.
You mean you don't like when they shoehorn in their own characters like they've always been there?
I've read 15 Legend stories. So
15. I've read 40 novels. Working on number 41, The Approaching Storm.
And Rogue Planet.
And
Still needs to be finished.
I finished.
I'm actually expecting Crystal Star to just fall out of nowhere and just pop you in the head sometimes.
You know, it might. I've got
From
it
above
chained.
this tree.
Yeah, I've got it chained into the bookshelf. It's not coming out. It's chained in there.
I have two
It's like
copies
the
of it.
what was that
Ooh.
book in Harry Potter?
Yes, English and German.
Oh, okay. I wonder if there's so much difference in the translation. Probably not.
Probably not.
So do you read mostly in the, I think we've had this discussion. Do you read mostly the German translations of books or English? Or just whatever you get your hands on?
Basically, what I get my hands on. I have all the English paperbacks, but if it's my native language, of course, I'm gonna read it that way if I have a chance to do so.
Yeah. That's awesome. Rob D says, I'm at 54 adult Legends novels read. Bryce Stafford has 80 read. And Small Time says between 75 and 80. Scott Johnson says, I've read everything but the Old Republic novels and Fate of the Jedi. Well, you
If
need
he's
to get on
talking, if he's talking specifically about the 4 Old Republic tie-in novels, only 2 of them are good. Just a little warning.
Yep.
Which ones?
Deceived and Annihilation are pretty good.
Exactly.
Wait, which one is Annihilation?
The final
It's-
one with the Ascended Spear.
The James Bond style story.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're trying to blow up the super weapon. The one that feels the most Star Warsy, but not at the same time.
Fatal Alliance is the one that has like 10 characters and they're trying to
A
be.
million characters.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I hated that one. That was
Sean
the
Williams
worst
is
one.
one of the worst Star Wars writers ever.
I liked Revan, but the ending just was such a downer for me.
Yeah.
If Scourge wasn't in Revan, I would hate it more than Fatal Alliance, I think.
Yes.
But Lord Scourge is awesome. And his conniving, the way, because of his actions, the way the book ends is just awesome.
Should have called the book Scourge.
It
Oh,
should've.
no. We already have it.
Oh,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
We have weird tie into the oh god, that was the Wizards of the Coast
Yeah.
RPG. It's
RPG.
the only novel that ties into that at all.
At least something different.
I mean, Wizards of the Coast RPG was trash.
Hey,
Especially
Jeremy.
Saga Edition, where level 1 Jedi can't have a lightsaber. What? What? It's garbage.
Adam, you have something to say?
I was going to say I finished something that Jeremy recommended a couple of days ago. It's a Daredevil Yellow. The comic.
Yeah, good for you.
I just finished it today.
Nice.
Let me just say that every one of the color series goes down in quality. Spider-Man Blue is pretty decent. Hulk Gray sucks, and Captain America White was too little too late and sucks more.
Good to know.
Because you have to understand that when Hulk Gray came out, they released an issue 1 of Captain America White and then never followed it up for like 8 years, I think. And then they did Captain America White, and it was just blah.
Can
I want to
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just want to address this. Rob D. I recently read that since Fatal Alliance came out a year before the game, it doesn't actually tie into the game at all. I think
No,
so.
it was to promote it, and it's a terrible promotion.
I think I heard it even has some little contradiction, like there are Jedi in it that are not in the game, but they
Probably.
should be. It's weird.
Is Satil Shan in the Fatal Alliance? I can't remember.
Yes, she is
but
in
she's
it.
a small character.
It's Dylan's favorite character.
Satil Shan, yeah. She does nothing in either the 2 books she's in.
Did you just drop an F-bomb?
I think you did.
I
Thank
stopped
you.
myself.
So basically, this is the Saga of Legends podcast. I will try my hardest not to swear.
Hey,
not
I stopped
be
myself.
explicit, and then Dylan will just drop an F-bomb on accident, and then I have to put the explicit tag on when we put it on when we put the podcast out.
Well, you know.
Hey, I stopped
Can
myself
I just
that
start
time.
Swearing now?
Do what?
Can I start swearing?
No, he stopped himself.
That's bullshit.
You gotta hit that. What is the PG-13 limit? It's gonna
Shit
make-
is allowed. Shit is allowed, right?
What about
Sith
dicks?
spits allowed.
What if I'm talking the sporting goods store, like Dick's?
If you want to talk about those, Jeremy, you can talk.
We were
about
talking about my urethra earlier, so.
Can we get through one stream without mentioning any part of Jeremy's anatomy?
Speaking of Empire's End, yeah, or Heir to the Jedi. Well, what was that book? You did a new review over you did a exclusive review of Dawn of the Jedi over on Quality Autism's channel. That was a great review.
I'm sorry, that was someone named Jerry the Third.
Jerry the Third. Yeah, tries to go anonymous over there on the Quality's channel. Yeah, you could call me Jeremy the Third. It was great.
He tried to help me. He know that gets all the views.
I forgot that, real talk. I forgot that we did that. I'm like, how does, first of all, I thought Quality thought my name was genuinely Jerry. And I'm like, no, he knows my name's Jeremy. And I'm like, and then I'm like, and it's a Jerry the Third. And I'm like, what? How does he know this? And then I remembered the drunken podcast where I fell down 3 times.
Which one?
And later in another podcast, we have talked 2 times about this, and you don't remember it.
When was the second time?
In some other stream, I called you Jerry the Third. You said something like,
"Oh yeah."
You said
I had the same reaction.
Yeah, you said brutality is better than sexuality, and I said, yeah, that's the wisdom of Jerry the Third. You did say that.
The Quality's just playing on me because he's like, yeah, this guy doesn't remember anything. I can just say anything I want.
Oh yeah,
I'm like Matthew with most things.
that is the key actually. When Jeremy gets drunk, if you just tell him, you can tell him whatever. Like, yeah. So last night I saw you there was like you punted your cat through the window.
I would not believe that for a second. You know that I love my cat.
It would be more. It's more like you pulled out this bread bowl from underneath your bed.
Yeah, you just like had a bread bowl. Like you just manifested a bread bowl.
It just starts eating it.
Dylan's seen me at my pretty drunkest.
Oh, I saw you fall upstairs once. That was great.
Oh, no, that was me because I couldn't use my legs trying to roll up the stairs.
And we had Jeremy all like going ET on us.
I was cold.
Mm-hmm.
I got a blanket over here. I'll show you a little Jeremy. Ow.
Hey, speaking of which, can I show them what I got you?
Yes.
I don't know if that's appropriate.
This was Jeremy eating a bread bowl.
Exactly like this.
No, I'll take this off now. I don't know how that's not comfortable.
Speaking of ET, got this for Matthew.
Yeah, that is the sequel to ET.
Sequel by Kotzwinkle.
Kotzwinkle.
It's also
my
a
alter
tie-in
ego.
to the Star Wars book Cloak of Deception.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I
because
said that last
Bodo
stream.
Asagi, the planet of the ET species, is mentioned in Cloak of Deception.
So
It's Senator Grievous.
Same universe.
yeah, that's wild. Would you consider that an expanded universe then?
Thank you, Rob. I am correct. Satele does absolutely nothing in Deceit or Annihilation.
She has just a cameo in Deceived, I think.
Where is this at? Where am I?
She's in
Down-
Deceive?
Yes, just a very small cameo at the beginning.
Is it in the Alderaan negotiations?
Yes.
Is that where? Okay.
Yes, there
Okay, I vaguely remember that. And I'm like, I just read those last year.
I just want to come back to Jerry the Third for a moment because I have now read the Dawn of the Jedi comics.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. And I must say, I love them. Even the
Yes!
third one.
So you've
Even
fallen
the-
to the dark side too.
You haven't read the comics. You just read the book.
Matthew can't read.
I can't read.
The problem.
I must
He's
say-
gotta be loving the Crystal Star right now.
Yeah.
Well, here we go, Matthew. I'll read it to you right now.
All right. Thank you.
Put the Marco Polo on.
Yeah. I'll listen to it over the stream.
Put those voice filters on.
I'll come back to this. I think Quality's gonna like to hear
Is this about your stupid logo from last stream that was not cool?
Yes,
I
and
remember this.
okay, I said this was a Marco Polo conversation with Adam and Jeremy. My 5-year-old, he picks up my phone, and I have it as my wallpaper that modify. I just like inverted the colors. It's that Thrawn family logo. He picks up my phone and he goes, "Daddy, why is your phone trashy?" I said, "What? Why does your phone look trashy?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And he points at the picture and goes, "That's trashy." No joke.
Is that your oldest, right?
Yeah, he's my oldest. I was just like, "What in the world? Why is that trashy?"
He has better taste
But-
than you do.
It's better. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. You're just too funny because you guys all hated on me because of it.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah.
You're
I
welcome.
don't remember hating on you.
At least you didn't use the terrible picture of Thrawn himself,
Oh yeah, that's
where
horrible.
he looks
Looked
like a
like a-
12-year-old.
A little goblin, like a little 12-year-old
It
goblin.
looks like Haley Joel Osment in Blueface.
Wasn't
Part of the Blue
Like-
Man crew.
like the picture wasn't even right. Like his eyes were completely red, I think.
That's new canon Thrawn for you. Like every
No, in Legends his eyes were completely red, like with nothing in them.
Yeah, he has pupils in the new canon.
Yeah, but he didn't on that picture.
okay.
No, that looked like a.
It looks like he was squinting or something.
I'll be right
Like,
back.
Oh,
Dylan's about to have an anal
you had to
evacuation.
go get that Pepto.
Scott Johnson. I agree. The Dawn of the Jedi comics are good. It's John Ostrander. You can't go wrong. Right.
Mhm.
I
It's not
even like
Aiden
the third
Blackman.
one. Yeah, I even like the third one, but it absolutely is rushed.
Yes,
Like you
yeah,
absolutely
that was-
feel it.
The cease and desist had happened at that point.
Like there could have been like 2 or 3 story arcs between Prisoner of Bogan and Force War, and then
Yes.
more stuff after that, of course. It's a shame, but what we have is still good.
So does the comic book take place? Oh, he's
2
back.
years after Into the Void.
So
No, immediately Into the Void.
No, it-
The end it happens right alongside the comic.
switch that view.
Is it?
Yeah, the Force Storm at the end of Into the Void.
Oh, that's true.
Lannery Brock returns to Typhon, and the
Then
storm
there
is going on.
There is a continuity error. There's a continuity error, where they claim that war they had just got out of is 10 years ago in Tim Levin's novel, but it's 12 years ago in
Yeah, I noticed.
the comic. Oh, okay.
Small time. I once saw Haley Joel Osment at an intersection. I thought I was mistaken, but then someone else told me they saw him around town the same day.
Are
Is
we
this the-
talking about pre-Coke bloat Haley Joel Osment or post-Coke bloat?
Okay, is this
Haley
the guy
Joel
that?
Osment?
Who is this? Is this the guy that
He
plays?
was the little kid in
Sixth Sense?
The Sixth Sense.
Okay.
He was
Yeah.
also in the terrible Spielberg movie when he AI when he tried to make a Kubrick movie because Kubrick wrote it.
Okay.
Scott
Yeah.
Johnson about Dawn of the Jedi. It ended prematurely, just like Invasion, and like Legacy Volume 2.
Yeah, Legacy 2 was the worst. I mean, the only one I was excited for it to end was Brian Wood's heinous Star Wars run.
Thank God that was over.
That was
I read
terrible.
it this year. It was wow. If this was like the first Star Wars comic I had ever read, I would never touch them again.
And that's what it was designed to be, quality. That's the
Yes.
horrible thing. It is recycled. Oh God, how many plots is it recycled? Courtship of Princess Leia is the big
Yes.
one.
Wraith Squadron in the first story arc.
Yeah, Wraith Squadron.
Han versus Boba Fett.
Yeah, over and
All
over
this
again.
stuff is in it.
Also, the first arc of Star Wars Empire with in the free comic issue, where a bunch of Imperials try to kill Vader by literally throwing him out into space again. That happens twice to Vader. He does the same thing each time. He just magnetizes to the side of a Star Destroyer and walks back in. You don't throw Vader out into space. It doesn't end well.
Thrawn did have eye pupils in one of his drawings in the original Essential Guide to Characters.
The original guide to characters. I have the new original. Is it changed there?
Is that what they call it, the new original?
No, they call it the new essential guide to characters, to weapons and technology, to whatever.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and
It's
it
like a
wasn't
second
it's
edition
Attack of
when
the
they
Clones.
Right.
when
Yeah,
more
that's,
stuff had come out.
yeah, they still do that. Like, they had an ultimate guide to whatever.
Oh,
and
they
they,
barely do it, Matthew. They just re-released the ones that they released under when Lucas owned the company.
yeah, they
The new
just
Essential
throw in
Guide to
some of the...
Weapons and Technology is the same one they released after Attack of the Clones. They just put it in hardcover.
I remember they did they republished some Millennium Falcon book. I don't know what exactly it was. It had Han Solo on the cover and it was a few years old, and then they brought it out again and it had Rey on the cover.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because she owns the Falcon now.
Ugh.
That's not an American thing. So I'm not
Yes.
seeing- Is it?
I've
I've never seen it. in America.
I think I might be wrong,
Wait,
but I think that
what is it that you're talking about? A Falcon?
it was some Millennium Falcon book.
Was it like the...
That's
like,
how it works, the inside or something.
yeah, like there's a
Oh.
vehicle, like, you know, how they have like
Yes,
vehicle
something like
books of the breakdown of how it works, the engineering and all that stuff.
Yes, something like that. And
A
it had Han
schematic
Solo
book.
on the cover. Maybe, yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I know what
think
you're
I've
talking
seen
about.
those.
I have a really old one of those from the special edition.
They did something like that with Luke's blue lightsaber. Like whenever the new canon stuff came out, they now changed it to Rey's lightsaber, which I got.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, let's be honest. They couldn't even give Rey her own lightsaber in Rise of Skywalker
Until like
the end.
like the last 2 seconds.
That would have been so cool seeing her like swing like an orangey yellow lightsaber around.
Oh yeah, yeah. They hit the mark, or not hit. They missed the mark.
And instead, she just
Yeah.
ties a piece of leather around the lightsaber and calls it good for Luke's.
Yeah.
So Scott Johnson answered, "No, it's not in the new one, just the old. It has different drawings. The Essential Guide to Characters."
Okay. And Rob D, yeah, Incredible Cross Sections. I like those books, the Incredible Cross Section.
Wait,
books.
he's talking about Brian Wood's Star Wars run. He read the first few issues through Amazon Prime Reading. The whole time I was saying, why does Leia look like 12? Never finished that series.
They literally screwed up C-3PO's face. C-3PO has no expressions. And they
I would
screwed
say
up his
they
face.
I would say they screwed up everyone's face.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, I expect human characters to not look quite right because they never really have, unless it's Dave Dorman. But, C-3PO has the same face. His expression doesn't change because he's a robot.
Did you guys hear that?
Was this the train or is
Yeah, I
the
heard the
dragon
train.
screaming outside?
No, that was like people racing.
Yeah, no, there's no train right now.
That was insane.
Was it some pilots trying to reenact going through the danger zone?
Maybe. Some of their motorcycles. People, man. It's like
You need to move. You need to move here. Live in California with me. You'd love it here.
Yeah, right.
It was the coolest it's been in a while. It was a whopping 96 degrees.
Nope.
It'll
Not
be,
going that
I
way.
think 103 Saturday. Oh, here's the train.
Is it? I like to hear the train go by. I'll put my other headphone in so I can hear that.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either.
It's coming.
He can sense it.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I can smell it in the air. I can smell the sound.
Shh, listen, you smell something?
Dylan, get off your phone.
What movie is that from?
I'm looking stuff up.
Dylan, I don't care. You have a computer for that.
Yeah, I'm doing stuff
Get
on my
your
computer and
goddamn
phone.
right now.
I've got like 3 tabs open. What do you want from me?
Dylan, top
Dylan.
contributor of
You gotta close 2 of the porn tabs up.
the Geeks Addict stream. T-Motors, I'm pretty sure all the race stuff is just for marketing. I think everyone who actually makes
we
the
go.
stories knows that's stupid.
One of the last times I get to hear this.
Choo choo.
All I have to say about this comment, this race stuff, it just
It's like extra loud tonight.
It's because it's on the tablet. I usually mute the microphone if I have my normal setup.
Oh, okay.
okay. What I have to say about all the race stuff for marketing, that convinces me to never buy any of it.
Yeah, same here.
Like if she's on it, pass. No.
I don't know. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, you don't buy any of the.
You know, I would like way more if the authors were allowed to write about her.
I know. The whole mystery thing, I'm over that.
Yeah, no, they should have been allowed to start writing about them after Last Jedi. They needed to do something.
Well, the thing that really they put themselves in that corner is when they said that episode 8 takes place right after episode 7.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
should
like,
have not happened.
You should have had a 2 or 3 year window in between, so you could have filled that up with all sorts of books, comics, whatever.
Yeah, Rey's just gone for a couple of years training with Luke.
Yeah.
That would have been dope.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dylan, read Rob D's comment.
30 tap, yeah.
He's probably lost in those tabs. Let's be completely honest. Brian
Dig your
Kimmel,
stuff away.
he's just like, I don't know where I am. All this is the Snyder cut.
It's coming out.
I'm halfway convinced that Dylan was gonna look at me like, "Oh, I'm streaming," you know.
Just start picking his nose.
You know the thing I want more than anything, the Tom Green cut of Freddy Got Fingered. I want that more than the Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to cut a bunch of that movie out because it would have been NC-17.
Oh,
A kid falls into a plane turbine and gets eviscerated onto a crowd. They had ADR in him saying, "Daddy, I'm okay." That's how the movie ends.
Wow.
We all know Matthew wants the Feig cut of Ghostbusters 2016.
That already came out. They did an extended version. I've seen it.
They did?
That's not the
Yeah.
Feig cut. That's a special cut.
The Paul Feig cut would be a 5-hour interview scene with what's his face who played Thor.
Chris
Because
Hemsworth.
apparently that was 5 hours of filming to get what they got. It
Really?
was just improv. Yeah, they filmed one scene for 5 hours. That's absurd.
Wow.
You know, I made it. My last film. You know how many days I had to film it? 2. You got to manage your time better. You don't let your
money.
your
And
actors
money.
improvise for
Yeah.
the whole time. You micromanage them. You'd be like, okay, your improv time's over.
Yeah.
It's time
I
to
made
go.
I was gonna say I made a film in college too, and like part of it was like just music over like action. So my voice and everybody else's voice was like cut out, so that made things a lot easier. I could just yell. I'm like, okay, walk over here, walk over there, do this, do that, do that. You know.
Adam, we don't want to hear about your dungeon tapes.
Wait, boy.
Okay, hey,
Yeah, I don't speak that language, Dylan.
Caller, did you have something you wanted to show us?
I have a few books lying around.
Oh.
They might interest you.
I mean, they're lying
Especially
on the shelves
this.
behind you.
Oh, I'm gonna pull this up.
Ooh.
Nice.
So,
Who knew
what is
that
that?
That's-
Indiana Jones
That's
was
a
bust?
translation of the American ones. Peril at Delphi.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the first
pretty
one.
cool.
The first
Yes.
American one.
Yeah, the very first one. I have the German ones here if you want to see some.
Sure.
Sure, yeah, bring him up.
Dylan,
Give me a
you got any updates on your Armada playing? I mean, are you allowed to get out and go play with people? You gotta
I
wear-
haven't played Armada in like 2 or 3 years.
There's a-
So you haven't really. What is it that you're playing then? That's the game you've always been playing,
Themselves.
right? That's the game
That's-
you always talk about, right?
Yeah. Just the local game store became more of like an X-wing than like an Armada place, and then like
Because X-Wing's a better game.
X-wing's a simpler game.
Exactly.
It's a simpler,
It
simpler
means more
age.
people can play it. Also, I like the models better in X-Wing. Quality,
Ready?
show off what you got because I don't want to talk to Dylan anymore.
We have to escape Dylan's stuff. Okay.
Boringness.
I'm gonna blow these up so
Ooh.
we can see them.
That's the German one, the first.
Nice.
These covers are awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's a nice cover.
That's the first one.
Hmm.
Okay.
All written by the same author.
They look like throwback covers to like several decades before they were released.
Hmm. Really nice.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. That
That's
one's really
cool.
Mhm.
It's like teepees.
Yep.
Yep.
Interesting. Nice.
nice.
I like that one with the boat on it. Go. But oh, that's
Easter
Easter
Island.
Island.
yeah.
Hmm.
Nice.
We all got excited. Like, ooh.
It's the
I
Easter
want one of
Island
those in my
statue.
house.
Here he's just confused.
Yeah.
That's Harrison Ford in Blade Runner.
Is it?
Just confused.
They should have used him from Return of the Jedi. When Leia tells him he's my brother. He's last one.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
It's funny that they all
That's,
have like a
that's
little.
just a different version of the Raiders poster.
Yeah,
I dig it.
that's cool. Thanks for showing those.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
got
be
all the
reading
cool
Raiders
stuff.
with us?
What?
Are you gonna be reading Raiders of the Lost Ark with us?
I have already read it. I have reviewed it
Oh,
That's
days
right.
ago on my channel.
I watched that and didn't know what you were saying.
Oh, I said it was terrible. It was nah joke. It's good.
Shiza.
That's the only word I know.
Scheiße.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
well, shit is allowed. We have said it. Is swearing allowed if I do it in German?
I approve.
Verfickter Scheißdreck, elendiges.
looking this up now. No,
Oh gosh. Oh hey guys, look, Rob D. This past weekend I picked up Tales of the Bounty Hunters, I Jedi, Batman, Long Halloween, Dark Days, Road to Metal, and Dark Knights Metal.
Batman Long
I
Halloween
don't
is
know
really
why
good.
you picked up the last two, but the others I agree on, except for I Jedi. I Jedi is Cornhorn fan fiction.
Hmm. Cornhorn is just Michael Stackpole's Gary Stu self-insert.
I
We have
could
a-
beat up Luke and get away with it. I'm Cornhorn.
We have a great question.
Yep.
Quality: do the Star Wars books in Germany have alternate cover art from the United States releases? Sadly not. I wish they did, but no.
Mm.
I can show you the one for Matthew will love it, Crystal Star.
Oh gosh. This book won't
I
die.
told you it was going to hit you in the face. Just not, physically.
It won't die. It won't die.
Look at that armchair. I want that.
I know, it looks comfortable.
Dylan, why don't you? Dylan's sitting on the piss couch.
Yeah.
I bet you that couch is tan. It's just Dylan's lighting makes it look like urine yellow.
Oh, the yellow. Remember, we're like, hey, Dylan, maybe you need to fix your light, and he just turns the light off.
Dylan,
Just sitting in the dark.
I'm actually- I'm-
I can do it again.
I'll be with you.
I'm surprised that Dylan didn't say, like, oh, yeah, this couch was white when I bought it.
No, please. I bought this couch. We've had this couch for over 10 years now.
Who's
How did
the
you shut off? How did you shut off the lights in my place?
Who's we? This couch was originally Actually, no, longer than 10 years. We had this couch when we were living in Florida, but it was like the
when
couch.
when your PTSD started with Disney World.
Yeah, but this was like this wasn't a living room couch. This was like I don't know what you would call it, but like
An
a
outdoor
room.
couch.
No, it was like it never got used. It was in like a room that never got used, but like
Like a living room that no one lives in. It's just
A smoking couch.
Did you just say Al Gore couch?
I think you did.
Who said Al Gore couch?
I thought I heard you say
I
that.
thought you
I
said too.
didn't say any. I don't bring up that guy here.
And I was like, I was just sitting there thinking exactly what you're doing, Adam. I'm like, what does that mean? It's an Al Gore couch.
I said outdoor.
Oh,
outdoor.
So
That makes sense. Okay.
Guys.
It must be a
Anyway, this TLDR, this couch never got used, and then I got a place of my own. My dad was like, "Hey, do you want the couch?" And I said, "Sure." And I've had it ever since.
Guys, I was gone for not even 5 seconds. I come back in and there's the great couch discussion.
Well, I said I wanted your chair, and then I looked at Dylan's couch and I said it looked like piss.
Dylan, your couch looks like it smells like piss.
You have no idea.
I think it looks comfortable.
Some sort of. Oh God, you want to hear a work story right now? Someone donated something with a dead animal in it,
What?
like a dead rat.
Ew.
We're going through boxes, and mind you, I switched to the back, and I just smell. I smell something that has gone through rigor mortis. And just about every bodily fluid smell you can think of, in like a small dose. It smells like a freaking farm. And I'm like, what died? It's like, oh yeah, there's a rat in a box of clothes. It was dead.
That's
I'm like,
nasty.
that's disgusting. Did you throw it away? And they're like, no. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't throw it away? So they were they left this disgusting thing out in the sun. And you can only imagine it was like 96 degrees today. When something's dead and it's outdoors.
Rob
It was
D's
like
comment is
oil.
even better. Rob D. Take a seat right here.
Is this what it's like in Twin Suns meetings, Dylan?
No, we don't usually have cameras on for Twin Sons meetings.
Probably nicer to each other too.
No, they're
Yeah.
not. Amelia's in there.
Well,
It's not possible for Amelia to be nice.
I would laugh if she just popped in right now.
She better. I'll fight her. She got me. Someone blamed me for her talking about a meme, and then I got banned from Tashi Station because of it.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about right now.
How do you
We've
lived
only-
this?
we've only mentioned this like every podcast since it happened.
Then I'm Brian from Tashi Station claimed that I was going to stab him at Dragon Con. I don't know where he got it from. It was literally the only thing that came close was Amelia said made a stabbing meme joke, and I didn't know what the stabbing memes were, so she explained it. And then we got attacked by Tashi Station.
That's weird. You put quality autism to sleep.
Oh
I'm
my
done.
God, it's Jeremy.
I think I might not have been paying attention, but I'm pretty sure the sun is rising.
Behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the room was a little bit darker earlier.
No, it's just the Dark Knight Rising.
Yeah.
I could open the window. You would see the glory of Germany, of my
Oh,
shitty
yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah. That window. Oh, too dark.
Wasn't The Dark Knight Rises filmed in Germany?
I don't
Chicago.
know.
Chicago.
I thought it was filmed somewhere else. Hold on.
Somewhere else.
Like,
I could show off the cover in the meantime.
yeah,
Okay, before I show this cover, the German, when they got published here in the 90s, the Bantam books, God, they ruined the artwork, in my opinion. I mean, look at this. It's completely black, and here's just the art.
ugh.
I actually like that one better.
No, you don't. You're a liar.
I mean, well,
Yes, you are.
what's the back look like?
It's black.
Just black. Okay. It doesn't have the message from Satan on it.
Sadly, no.
Well, I mean, like, put it up there one more time.
No,
I like
It's
the-
just here's the picture,
Right.
and then
I like
complete.
the words at the top, like Star Wars at the top there. I like that font. I like that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
But yeah, interesting.
And
Okay,
that's why I only get them digitally. Most of the time, the German ones. I just hate these covers.
It wasn't filmed there. I was probably thinking of something else. Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
You're probably thinking of Steven Seagal's later films when he was banned from filming in America because he's too terrible. No, seriously, he films a lot of films in Eastern Europe because it's cheap, and they can afford. They film on the cheap and they pay him most of the money, and then he rewrites them, and then he has a body double for distance shots.
I read somewhere, and actually, Quality might have heard this, but George Lazenby, James Bond, to get the role of James Bond, he actually lied on his resume about starring in several films that were filmed but in countries that didn't have like a very big film production, so that way he could get away with like lying on his resume.
Yes,
Yes,
I thought
and
that
I think he punched someone, like for
yeah.
real, during the casting, and that convinced them. Wow, this guy really physical. Like he has the energy we want. I think that was.
It's actually one of my dad's favorite James Bond films, and I actually enjoy it too. I thought he did pretty well. So.
Oh yeah,
it's
it's
better
one
than
of the
Timothy
most.
Dalton.
Don't disrespect Dalton. He's the
I mean-
closest to Fleming Bond.
But he has two of the worst movies.
I disagree. I think he has two of the best.
I literally if we're going to go with the top 3 worst James Bond movies,
Okay, that's easy.
he has the second worst
You're gonna say license,
because
right?
what was that? License to Kill. Moonraker's stupid. Moonraker is beyond stupid, but
Yes.
License to Kill is miserable to watch, so I rank it worse than Moonraker. Die Another Day is the worst James Bond movie ever made.
Yes.
It
Wait,
was dated when it came out.
would you put Moonraker in top 3 worst?
Yeah, Moonraker's number 3.
Oh,
Moonraker's awful.
I would
Really
put
awful.
A View to a Kill and Diamonds Are Forever over it.
View
Like
to a Kill's
they are
number
way worse.
4. View to a Kill's number 4
Okay.
because
And Diamonds Are
Roger
Forever?
Moore was just too old to be James Bond, and they
Yeah.
should have recast sooner. He was like grandpa to the Bond girl. It was nasty.
Which is a shame because I like what's it called? For Your Eyes Only and Octopussy.
Yeah, that's for your.
I
Eyes
think
Only
they
is
were
good.
great and his age worked there. But A View to a
Yeah,
Kill, it was
yeah.
just one too many.
Yeah, well, also when after Octopussy came out in the same year, you had Sean Connery came back for what was that?
Never Say Never Again. What?
Which I think is one of the best James Bond movies.
I haven't watched it, but I have only heard bad things.
I think it's solid. They address his age in it, and that's the only time they really ever do that with Bond. And he's kind of coming out of retirement. He's been training people and stuff, but he's bored. And I don't know. Sean Connery's pretty. He's pretty cool. And,
Yeah,
and
they do
one of the
talk
last
about-
times they-
Yeah, they do talk about Bond's age in Skyfall. That he's too
Yeah.
old now. He's a relic of the past. Right after his 2 origin movies, where he
Yeah,
just
that's the
started
thing.
out.
They
Oh,
literally
you're too
did
old
that in
now.
GoldenEye, too.
You completed your training. You have 1 year.
GoldenEye's like, I think you're oh god, what is
A sexist, misogynist dinosaur.
Mystic dinosaur, yes. And it's like, okay. Thank you, 96. The GoldenEye's still pretty solid.
GoldenEye
Or
video
not,
game is
so yeah.
awesome. I like this. Jeremy's going to rage quit Bond movies if Tom Hardy is the next Bond.
Yeah, Tom Hardy and the wheel of accents. Yeah, no thank you.
Okay, my opinion on him or just all of us? Because I think he was fine in Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. Skyfall still okay, but I could see him slowly going like. And Spectre, he's sleepwalking. Like that's a
he
terrible
didn't wanna
performance.
be there. He didn't.
He did
it was
one
always-
cool thing. His best acting in the movie, in the pre-credit scene, when he's like walking on the balcony outside of
that
the building
was
and he's
incredible.
just casually. That's
It was
his
the
best
most
acting.
James
10
Bond-
seconds of walking.
Well, I mean, my problem with the Daniel Craig movies is they're trying to be the Bourne Identity, and they're very much post 9/11 cinema, which I can appreciate in Casino Royale, because Casino Royale had to be that dark to establish how James Bond the character is.
Mhm.
Quantum of Solace I thought was really stupid. It had its moments, but it's like, okay, he's already sleeping with a woman after the love of his life died a day ago. Yeah, no, he's not going to be. Not even for the job, he would do that. Like, that's not believable. And then Skyfall, I thought was fine. It was definitely Oscar bait.
Mhm.
Is very much what the Academy wanted to see in a James Bond movie, which is weird.
It was pretty much Dark Knight inspired.
God damn it! I freaking hate my roommates. I hate them so much. All they do is scream and say racist things. It's so terrible.
This is like a shot,
You know
a shot out of Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. I'm not big on the whole James Bond stuff. I liked the GoldenEye video game on Nintendo 64. I watched Skyfall. That's probably it. When they with the new actors that play 007 or James Bond, is it supposed to like matter? Is it like, oh, here's a new guy adopting the name or taking the title?
No. Okay, I guess you're talking about the codename theory.
Mm-hmm.
That they get assigned the name James Bond. That is total, complete and utter bullshit. It always
doesn't work.
James. Okay, the difference is 1960 whatever, when the first movie Dr. No came out, up until Die Another Day in 2004?
2002.
2002. Okay. It's the same guy. James Bond, the same person. He just never ages, and no one cares because continuity doesn't matter in these movies.
Well, I've always argued that License to Kill is the final in the original story, because License to Kill is the last time they bring up On Her Majesty's
Tracy?
Secret Service.
Yeah, the death of his wife Tracy. Yes.
Yes.
But I would say it was kinda soft reboot with Pierce Brosnan. I mean, they never brought in Felix Leiter, for example, because in License to Kill he got like, you know.
Yeah, he got
Mauled
the
by
dumbest
sharks,
shit in that
yeah.
movie. He gets mauled by a shark, but it's okay that his wife died and he's missing a leg because he gets to go fishing with James Bond. That is so stupid. That's why it's the second worst film, in my opinion.
But to answer Matthew's question, for the first 20 movies, he's the same guy. Through all the decades, he just doesn't age, doesn't matter. Daniel Craig, hard reboot.
Yeah.
He's still James Bond, but basically a different universe, a fresh start, so to say.
My dad actually read all the novels recently. That was like a goal of his, and I was gonna mention something about Daniel Craig. Like in Casino Royale, yeah, like what Jeremy said, he's like that different style, like kind of a Jason Bourne, like darker version. And then like I noticed that as they go through like Skyfall, they're trying to like move him into more of the classic James Bond.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, I like that they're trying to do that, but it's just I don't know if that's really good for Daniel Craig.
It doesn't
Yes,
quite work.
because he has zero charisma. And like
No,
Inspector, when he tries to make jokes, like
it doesn't.
in the car chase and the Frank Sinatra song comes up and he's like, no. And it's like, this doesn't work with him.
Daniel Craig is what happens when you take Sean Connery and you take the smoothness out and you leave the killer. I believe that Daniel Craig could murder everyone, like in those movies.
And in real
even
life.
though he'll get the tennis ball to the junk with the what I like to call whenever I see a chair without a seat in it, the Casino Royale chair.
What's your favorite 007 movie, Dylan?
Probably. I haven't seen that many. I'd probably just say Casino Royale because that's the one I always go back to. No.
Have you ever read any of the books?
No.
Dylan only reads Star Wars.
I have.
You have?
I've read Casino Royale. It was actually a pretty good book.
I recommend the
wow.
rest of the series. It's great.
It's hard to find the books. I think.
Really?
Yeah. Well, for me,
I find them hard to find in print. You can find them digital, but it's hard to find them in print.
I'm not a big digital reading.
I have Casino Royale. I bought my dad like Honor Majesty's Secret Service. He has Thunderball, and I think From Russia with Love that I bought him. And I bought them at that bookstore that I'm actually going to tomorrow that I told you guys about on Marco. So.
Oh yeah, it's in Chickasha.
Yeah.
Quality. What's the best James Bond opening song?
Opening song. It's definitely not Madonna in Diana Valley.
Oh no, when she's auto-tuned completely?
Yeah, it's so terrible. It played on the radio recently on my work, and it was embarrassing.
playing early 2000s pop.
I have no idea.
That's what I was actually. That's what I left to go look for. I have the a book of all of the opening songs, like for piano and vocal for all the 007 films, and so I recorded a couple. So
does it have to be a song with lyrics and everything? Because I would say From Russia with Love.
The end song, or just the opening?
I would say just the opening. I like the end song also, but
for me, I'm a big 80s guy. I like Aha's The Living Daylights.
That's great.
I will say Living Daylights I will watch again like on its own because I'll marathon all the James Bond movies because that's the kind of guy I am. But out of the two Timothy Daltons, The Living Daylights has one of my favorite openings in general. The whole action scene with the paintball and then the car on fire and then parachuting and instantly getting the chick when he lands on the boat.
Mm.
That's so classic James Bond that I love it. Don't love the rest of the movie that much. And then it goes into the Aha song. But I also love Duran Duran's View to a Kill.
That's the only good thing about A View to a
That
Kill.
is the only good thing. Even with Christopher Walken, who I love his speaking, because he has this way of speaking that like soothes my brain and makes me laugh at the same time. But also, what's it? The World Is Not Enough. That's my absolute favorite. Garbage.
Oh, by Garbage, yeah.
Because I'm garbage is my
that's the one Pierce Brosnan era song I can never remember. I remember the one from Tomorrow Never Dies because of the controversy. Because there was another song they play in the end credits that was supposed to be the main title song.
Because it sounds better than the Sheryl Crow
Yes, it's
song.
way better.
But Sheryl Crow was popular, and that's why they went with it.
I mean, Sheryl Crow, it's fine. Her title song, it's fine,
It's
but
a
the end
Sheryl
one
Crow
is way
song.
better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Was it that I had someone has a question that's not related to 007? I'll get to that in a second. I tried looking it up, but I gave up. The composer for the original theme song, like that 007 music.
Yeah.
And I
have
can't
it
remember
online.
if the composer is he the one that died just like maybe 3 years ago, 3 to 5 years ago, or is that the guy that did the Mission Impossible theme song? Do you guys
mean
know?
the Mission Impossible theme from the TV show?
I guess so. Is it the same? Did they take that for the movies?
I don't know. They sound similar, but
I thought I read recently that I couldn't remember if it was the 007 composer or Mission Impossible.
Monty Norman, I think, is who you're talking about. He not sure when he died. Actually, it's not.
I can't remember which one it was. It's gonna bother me now because I type in Mission Impossible composer and it brings up like 4 different people. This one of the guys is pretty old. He's still alive.
Small Times comment: "Live and Let Die" for opening song by Paul McCartney.
Oh yeah, that's great. Wings.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's like the only Paul McCartney's in Wings song that anyone knows. Which, if you meet Wings fans, they get really mad when you say that's a good song. It's like this whole hipster movement with Paul McCartney Wings fans, and they're like, "Ugh, Live and Let Die." Ugh, everyone knows that. Probably because Guns N' Roses covered it.
I want to say something very controversial, and then we're going to move on to us.
You can't say that.
Eno
yeah.
Morricone, spaghetti western composer, recently died.
And
He did the Untouchables.
Okay,
he did all the Sergio Leone movies. He was great.
maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
Did
But-
Ennio Morricone die?
Yeah, I think
When?
last week or something. I was on work. I think it was Monday.
No, he's my fave.
Mine
Yeah.
too. It was really sad.
I mean,
Yeah,
he was like 10,000 years old, so it makes sense.
Yeah, he died last week, or July 6th, actually.
Oh wow.
That upsets me greatly.
No, I loved his opening intro to The Untouchables.
I mean, he did the music for The Thing, and it was just a John Carpenter score that he had already kind of came up with, and then he's like, "I'll just do that." They also use there's unused Thing score in Hateful Eight,
Ah, yeah.
which is interesting because Quentin Tarantino is good at recycling things.
Yeah. You're speaking of Paul McCartney. I'm going to say the Beatles suck. T Motors question, random question.
Okay,
What are your guys' opinions on audiobooks?
They're great.
they're better than Aerosmith. I can tell you that.
Ew.
But I'm
Dylan,
gonna slap your face for saying that about the Beatles.
I do not.
You can't say that when you're an Aerosmith fan.
There was a time when I enjoyed them, but then I just like.
Yeah, it was when Don't Want to Miss a Thing was a hit on the radio. You're like, oh yeah, I love Armageddon. What a great movie. I love Michael Bay.
You know, I'm right there with you. I never got the Beatles. Their appeal.
Yeah, I don't either. It's some old songs were good from like the 50s, and then it just kind of petered out for me.
Do you like Elvis?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why.
His grandson just died recently. That was sad.
Yeah.
Elvis?
Suicide.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It
that's
was like
not good.
that was like 27 years old, and he looked a lot like Elvis.
Really?
It's part of the
good.
27 Club.
Oh, yeah.
About the audiobooks, I just wanted to mention it. In Germany, we have an audio drama of the Thrawn trilogy, and they brought in the voice actors that voiced Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, and everyone in the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that was great. It was like having the real actors
Yeah.
doing this.
And
Felt like a real sequel.
the German dub, I'm assuming, of the original trilogy.
Yes, because that's the one I grew up with, and that's what the characters sound like to me.
I like audiobooks because I used to have a long commute to work, so that was like the best way to get reading done. However, I wasn't a fan of some of the Star Wars books because they would either mispronounce like a character's name or a planet, like with the A.C. Christman novels. He kept pronouncing like Coruscant or something.
Yeah. Which that's the thing. I think I've told this story before, maybe several times, about going into a breakfast place. Yeah. Getting like Coruscant and listening. I think I was listening to one of the audiobooks at the time where they kept missaying it, and I was like, I need a croissant, but I said, I need a Coruscant. And the guy's like, what? I'm like, one of the you know what I'm talking about, right? And he's like,
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. I'm like, all right.
There was one book that I was listening to on audiobook. It was about a megalodon shark, and the guy kept pronouncing it megalodons.
Wow.
There
was
was
just like-
one of the actually all three of the Tim Levin Rage 4 trilogy, he says xenomorph instead of xenomorph. It's a
You think
very
somebody would
British thing to
correct them?
do.
Are people just afraid to correct them?
No, that's how they say it in the UK. I think
Okay.
is xeno.
Okay.
Because the UK, they're English, but they can't actually speak English. I don't know if you knew this quality, but that's the
UK?
reason they started Brexit. It's because they can't speak English.
The English.
Oh dear.
But Dylan, do you listen to
Brexit
much?
officially on the Geeks Addicts channel?
Yeah, the official reasons uncovered in here. No, Dylan, do you listen to any Star Wars audiobooks?
Yeah, I stay away from the abridged ones because the aforementioned issues of mispronouncing, are a lot more common in the abridged ones than the unabridged ones. And I also I don't like when they cut out parts of the book.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't like it either.
Hey, what's the point of that?
So you
I
can get
have
through it
no
faster.
idea.
Time, money.
Maybe it's like we need this book, but only half of it.
We need to do it cheap. Like
Yeah.
it would
Okay.
cost more if we do the whole book.
Yeah.
Adam, so on the Batman novelization
Yeah.
on Audible, there's an Audible version.
Yeah, it's like an
It
hour.
says unabridged, and it's an hour long.
No.
No, it's not. And literally, the first review has 2 stars. So like, it got a star because it's a good narration, but this is not unabridged.
No. That's
See, I have. Go ahead.
Yeah, Scott Johnson. Pellion is pronounced 10 different ways too. But it is Pellion, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how you should pronounce it.
Yeah. So when Random House took over, I believe it was in 2008 or 2009, they actually would check with Lucasfilm and the authors to see what the actual pronunciations of things were. And then from then on, the audiobooks are great.
Yeah.
I have
Except
been-
for Red Harvest.
That would have been great for one of these essential guides. Essential guide to pronunciation. Like how the
I think there
how the
are
hell
some.
do you pronounce this stuff?
I have a question for all of you. Would you
Oh
guys,
my
if you
God,
guys
what
got
terrible
offered,
hair.
if you guys got offered, would you guys read audiobooks for record them for a living?
Not
I
in
don't know.
English.
I don't know why anyone would want my voice reading a book, but sure.
I don't want it.
I
I
do
I would want my voice reading a book.
it. And
My
Luke
name is
said
Dylan, Part 2.
Which one of you is John Sadler?
that's
Well,
the
we
thing
need
that
to
the
find out
one-
right now.
Dylan,
the one
that's
that-
the thing that never
The
dies.
one that's not the real.
My opinion on the audiobooks is sometimes they're extremely distracting. The Star Wars stuff, it's cool to an extent, but with all the sound effects and the music blasting and all this crazy stuff going on, I kind of don't like it. It kind of distracts me because right now I'm listening to the Predator novelization, an audiobook. The guy's dull, boring, but you know what? I'm able to follow along without getting lost.
His performance gets better in Predator Stalking Shadows. Although
Yeah, I don't mind
do
it.
an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice, it is embarrassingly bad.
Mm.
Small time regarding your comment. Han Solo is also like 10 years older than Leia.
It depends on what canon, because in the new canon they made him even older.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah,
He's like 12 years
older.
Hello, Matt.
What
Yeah,
do you want?
War
Dylan,
Eagle,
to?
small time. First off, quality. No one told me you look like a popular pop star kid.
What? What do I look
I-
like?
I didn't know you're like the international Justin Bieber over there.
That's not a compliment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
a
sorry.
really heavy insult.
No, that's not even what quality autism looks like. That's CGI. We still don't know what
It's
it
all
looks
CGI. He's all CGI. I'm just telling you. There's the ladies here are gonna go nuts.
If we
I
get-
mean, it's gonna look like Dylan at a con. You should see Dylan, man. I mean, the ladies. He's like a high roller in Vegas when he hits those X-wing tables.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
I saw
I've
Dylan in a
never seen
suit. It looked
anyone
terrible.
want to wear a suit to a con, like an actual suit, like a he has X-wing lapels. I'm like, Dylan, what are you doing? He said, "Going for it, baby."
Yeah,
Going for
that
it. I
was
don't know
that
what
was
that
him at
means.
Gen Con.
I was about to say
That
he's
was
like going.
That was at Gen Con.
He was so cool that when we went to Tilted Kilt,
How
the
do you
ladies
know?
were-
You were asleep the whole time, Jeremy.
I was awake for that. You can't argue that I was awake for that.
I was gonna say when it comes to Armada, like Dylan would probably be like Daniel Craig in Casino Royale, like at the game table. It's
Small times comment. Ladies turn to Zeltrons around Dylan. That's funny.
If only that were true.
Oh, gosh.
Wait a minute. Small time. Were you at Gen Con too? Did you see that? Hey, no lie though. Our waitress at Tilted Kilt was really interested in Dylan, and Dylan was really interested in the soccer game that was playing at the time.
Was it soccer or was it cricket?
It was I forget who was playing, but it was EPL,
So I don't even know what that means.
Either.
English
it was
Premier League.
BP, the oil spill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dylan, you remind me of this one guy who I went to school with. It's like
Did he have a piss couch too?
like in high school, he like this girl that sat next to him at the desk next to him. She dropped her pencil, and so he like bends over and picks it up, hands it to her, and she looks at him and says thank you. So the next day, he comes to school with his hair fixed for the first time. It's just like I don't know that the way you guys talk about it, going to these.
Rob says it looks like I haven't slept in 3 days. No, but I haven't had a haircut in months. That's what it looks like.
Matt, come to California. I'll cut your hair.
Now, I'm doing. Wait, where'd Beaver go? Oh, there he is. Okay.
He's getting more books to show off.
Well, we know that quality wears pants.
No, the thing
What?
is,
What did you say? I didn't hear it. What?
Cut my hair until I get to go back to work. This is me in defiance here. Now,
Oh God! Matt, you need to
I'm
shave
so
those
sorry
eyebrows.
I'm late to this. I was finishing another Dune book. I've finished 2 in the past since I last talked to you. What, Tuesday? Do you know my wife got on to me? She said, Are you harassing their stream? No. Yes.
I was about to text Megan because you were being so ridiculous the other night. Be
I
like,
was
"Megan,
not. I was
you
speaking
need
truth.
you need to rein in your husband right now."
Anyway, I just started Mentat. I finished Sisterhood of Doom. Really good. I remember these books a lot better than I thought I did. I mean, I know what's going to happen. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what happens to this person. Oh yeah, I know what happens next. I can't believe it's been since they came out that I've read them. But such a Kevin J. Anderson, man. Kevin J. Anderson. Can't go wrong. Love the man's writing.
Let me ask you this, Matt. Are you going to reread what was his sci-fi series, Saga of the Seven Sons?
I'm not gonna reread that one. I actually traded that in.
Okay.
Only because it's good. It's good. But he admits he borrows. You can tell what he borrows from. He borrows from Dune, and he borrows from Star Wars, and he borrows from a few other sci-fi things. Now, that's what you do, right? You write about what you love.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, Saga of the Seven Sons was his pitch to Bantam prior to them losing the rights. It was supposed to be when all this army's coming out of these clouds on this misty planet. That was Bested. He said, what if there was an alien force in Bespin that's mad that they're taking all the gas, and so they rise out and then destroy Cloud City and then go off to do that. So you can tell some of those ideas in there, but I can also tell a heavy Dune influence. Of course, that's what he grew up reading, though, so he loves that kind of stuff. It's not bad at all, but I traded it for something else. I went to one of those bookstores where you trade and stuff, and so I traded it.
I've had one of those.
I got the books are super cheap. If I want to buy them again, I can. They're super cheap, but they weren't worth keeping. I got rid of those and my R.A. Salvatore. What's it called? The
Forgotten Realms.
I gave the Forgotten Realms. a buddy of mine is a huge Forgotten Realms fan and loves Salvatore's writing, but lost all of his books a long time ago in a flood. And so for his birthday, I just gave him the whole set because I needed room for I still need room for my bookshelf. So something else is going to have to get purged.
Scott Johnson says, I heard Boom Comics is coming out with a Dune series.
That's
You know what,
disgusting.
Scott? I just don't. I am finding that comic books, not Star Wars, but when it comes to other things, are far inferior to books. Hence, let me give you a reason. The Highlander comic books, they're not that good.
No.
I read through them. They're not that good. The books are better. What was the other one? Oh, Serenity. Oh, awful. The Firefly comic books are absolutely horrendous, except for one. I can't remember which one it was. It's the one that takes place after the movie. That one was pretty decent, but the rest of them were just. It's
Leaves
not
on
just
the Wind
garbage.
is what that
It's so
one was.
bad, I won't get them anymore. I gave away some of my Firefly comic books just recently because I don't want them.
Wow.
They're garbage.
I will agree with Matt, with the exception of the Hellraiser comics are really good because Clive Barker wrote them himself.
Now, I haven't read them, and I shouldn't say everyone because now you got me thinking the Predator comic books by Dark Horse, some of those were really solid,
Yeah, the
too.
early ones, yeah.
The early ones were solid. So, I mean, it's not every... I'm just saying recent. Maybe I should say recently.
Well, Matt...
Spartacus had
like,
a small 4-issue comic book series. It was okay. It wasn't that much. But even then, the two books that came out for that TV show were fantastic. So for me, it's always going to be the books over the comic books, except for, like I said, Star Wars has some great comic books. But it doesn't seem like Firefly comic books are far inferior. Those books are fantastic. Those novels are. I'm even excited to read Tim Levin in October.
Tim
I'm proud of
Levin
you,
is
Matt.
great.
Yes.
Into the Void is a great book. You want to kick me now, right?
Did you see?
I don't know what I'm listening. It's like you
Matt.
press 2 and you're speaking Spanish to me, brother. I don't
Okay.
know what you're talking about now. But
Oh.
you know what, Quality? I'll have you on and we can debate that. I would love to debate that. I want someone to defend Into the Void.
I
I've
will
tried to,
reread
but
it
he
soon
ignores
anyway.
me.
Jeremy, he loves that book.
I do love that book.
But I don't know if his True Emotions really came out because he did an exclusive review over on Quality
That
Autumn.
was Jerry
Under
the
his
Third.
pseudonym Jerry the Third.
Jerry the Third.
It seriously is one of the worst books in the Star Wars expanded universe.
Okay, we know you feel like this, but what about the comics by John Ostrander?
No, those are fine. I've even said that. Jeremy's even heard me. The comic books,
Yeah.
the only problem with the comic books from Dawn of the Jedi is John Ostrander didn't get to finish his
Yes.
vision, and that's the only problem. Those comic books had a slow start because we were trying to get used to the world, and when it was just getting interesting, it ended. Now, I do plan to talk to John Ostrander, maybe
big
next
man,
year,
big
because
man,
I
man.
want to
So
ask
good.
him. I want to ask him what his plans were for Dawn, because obviously there was an arc with the I don't know how you say it, Rockatan. Obviously
Yeah,
there was an arc there
Rockatan.
that I wanted to hear.
Mhm.
What?
Do it.
I'm so gonna do it.
Do it.
I tell
It's
you what,
fantastic.
Sultan, how
It's
about
in
for a
your
more
top 10.
civilized age, I have Quality on
You need to do
and we debate Into the Void.
you need to do one for Into the Void, and you need to do one for Republic Commando.
Oh,
I want to do.
gosh.
I want to have. I'm going across the.
Who's a big Republic Commando fan?
Tristan's not here to defend it.
Tristan would be awful. I'd destroy him like I destroyed Brian and Seth.
Anyone can destroy Tristan. I destroyed him drunk. I
Republic
destroyed
Command.
Tristan many a
Do you know
time.
what we were gonna do?
Hmm.
I think I told y'all this. We were trying to find a Clone Wars defender,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
actually know a guy who knows the guy who is a huge Clone Wars lover. And I said, would he mind coming on the channel and us blowing him away? That'd be fun. But
Is it the other one where they got into it with Ryan one time, or did you find
it's
another
a
one?
friend of Ryan's.
Hmm.
But the thing is, though, it's not that a lot of people think that I hate Filoni's Clone Wars. I don't hate it. I just think there's a ton of things wrong with it. I mean, there's some. I mean, when the show focuses on just the clone troopers, it's actually really good. There's some great
favorite
episodes
arc
of
is that-
Clone Wars.
Is it an Umbra arc? Is that what it's called?
Umbara, yeah,
Umbara.
I enjoyed that one.
basically
Oh,
a
yeah.
Diet Jabim.
Yeah, Jabim and Platoon put together.
I wanted to ask you guys going across here, what are your 3 worst Star Wars novels that you've read?
Are we counting new canon?
Well,
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean,
all three
I-
of you.
Because that's
can't-
just going to be almost all of new canon.
Yeah,
Just okay.
new canon. It's just going to be the Aftermath trilogy.
If you read new canon, pick one, and then the rest are expanded universe. Because I was aiming for expanded universe books.
Okay, you know what? I don't know what order. I will say that Into the Void is one. I will say, well, obviously everyone knows I hate iJedi, so that's one.
Okay, I have it. I have it.
And maybe Last of the Jedi.
Oh,
I really don't like Jack's. I don't know. That's really hard. There's a lot of ones I don't like. I don't like Knight Errant.
Oh yeah, that's a waste of time.
I only have 2 though.
No, but that one even that one may not even be in my top 10. I don't know because I just hate the character Kara Holt. She's like vanilla. She's so boring. But the story is interesting.
Don't
It's so
spoil
aggravating
anything.
to have the most boringest lead in a book where the story is absolutely intriguing. But quality, what were you gonna say?
I'm reading
Fuck.
the Knight Errant comics right now for the first time.
What?
I've already read the book. And yeah, the book was the second
Did you
half
all
of the
hear
book.
this?
Hmm?
Oh, my roommates were screaming like they were passing a marble bag of kidney stones.
Nah.
Hold on, I gotta listen. So quality, I didn't like Kara Holt. I like the idea.
Yeah, I understand it. And I think the same way. Kara Holt is boring, just as a character. And the novel, the first half, really boring. Like, even the story. But the second half, really, really good. Except Kara Holt is still... Nah,
I
main
agree.
character.
I love the idea. I love the world. I love the the line that between the Sith and the Jedi, and that she's kind of infiltrating. I love that idea. I love the fighting Sith and everything. But she's a terrible character.
You know what?
Everything is boring through her eyes. If it doesn't have her in it, it's interesting. When we get to see the Sith, the Sith brothers. One believes he's a god and everything. I absolutely was that the comic book I'm thinking about?
No, das war Booth. Comic and book.
That's both coming.
He's
Yeah,
in both.
those guys are very interesting. I love them. But I don't like Kara Holt. Even the comic book, I think is bad.
Okay, Scott Johnson, he has his 3 worst, and one of them confuses me extremely. Aftermath, okay. Slave Ship? Like, not even the whole Bounty Hunter Wars, just book 2? Okay. And Rogue Planet, okay.
Really?
Slave Ship, that...
That's
Why
odd.
why that one especially? Like, not the whole trilogy?
Look at that. Rob D says Force Heretic 3, Luke Skywalker and the Shadows of Minor, and Dawn of the
That
Jedi
book's
Enter the
terrible.
Void.
I just
Oh,
saw
you
that
know
as a meme.
what else is bad? What are those books? What are those Clone Wars books that are just garbage?
Oh,
Stealth and Siege. That's
Stealth
my
Gambit?
number 1.
Stealth and Siege.
okay, I have it. Okay. 3 worst legends. Approaching Storm. Boring to no end. Stealth and Siege. Terrible. Terrible. You can't put it in words. And I'm gonna just say it, Dark Nest trilogy for me.
Okay.
I really dislike that.
Wow, Dark
The
Nest.
only reason Dark Nest I think is good is it really showcases that Jason's going to be a threat.
I mean, I liked some stuff in it, like Leia becoming full-time Jedi. That was nice. But I just call it the creepy Buck Sex Orgy trilogy because it's Troy Denning's
Fair enough.
perverted side really comes through in that trilogy.
I
And
appreciate it.
And worst canon, of course, Aftermath trilogy. That's
You would say the approaching storm. There's a. I agree, it's boring, but there's a few things I like about it.
one
Where
scene.
Deception is completely void of anything.
Really?
Cess's Deception, yeah,
Cestus.
and it did the whole Karen Travis thing before the Karen Travis thing, I believe, with the clones
so you're
going
saying
off.
it's the hipster Clone Wars book.
Yeah. Also, because so I'm not going to do my actual worst because a lot of them have already been mentioned. So I'm just going to do ones that haven't been mentioned yet. The bookends of the Callista trilogy by Barbara I just can't stand Barbara Hambly's writing style.
Yes.
It's like I barely got through Children of the Jedi where I understood it.
Thank you.
that
Goodness gracious.
Okay, I'm on Dylan's side, and I'm just gonna say it. I think Crystal Star is better written
Made me
than
do
Barbara
it.
Hambly's books.
I would second that.
It was less
Absolutely.
painful. I got through it quicker.
Actually, I'll rephrase that. Quality, I'll rephrase that. Children of the Jedi is fine. Planet of Twilight is stupid to no end.
Yes.
And it's dumber than Crystal Star. Not saying Crystal Star is a good book either. They're just kind of equal.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
Matthew, you're right. He deserved it for saying Crystal Star is not good. It's a masterpiece, and we all know it.
I mean, Walrus incredible.
That's so funny.
All right, now controversial opinion time. Now here's my
All right.
controversial one.
I
I
haven't
will
made my
say.
top
I will
yours.
say this. I will say this.
You
Crystal Star, if it is on my top 10, would be low. I don't know if it would be. Because like I said in my review, the problem, I met someone who said was straight faced to me, Crystal Star was her favorite book. I went, yeah, right. And I said, no, are you serious? She went, oh yes. I went, why? Because she's a big Star Trek fan. Vonda McIntyre came from Star Trek and she is a very popular Star Trek author. And when you think of it, that reads like a Star Trek novel in a way. And I was like, oh my God. And she said she just wrote true to form. Now, the problem was, and I can't reveal who told me this. There's an author who told me this, but I don't think I'm not supposed to say. Anyway, he said A.C. Crispin came from Star Trek too. He said the difference between the two was A.C. Crispin was interested. She knew she had to change her writing style for Star Wars. She asked for help from the other authors, and they provided her tips. Because A.C. Crispin was very worried that she's writing Han Solo, a very beloved character, and Brian Daley's trilogy was popular back then. And she's like, this is going to be hard because a lot of people are going to be pinning their hopes on it. If it's no good, people love Han Solo. And so she got lots of tips on Star Wars, did study, she did her research, and it paid off. She was fantastic. Where Vonda came in and said, hey, would you need some help? She went, no, this is science fiction. I know science fiction. No, you know Star Trek.
Right.
So
I want to say something.
And she wrote the same way she does for a Trek novel, and it backfired.
Yeah,
A.C. Crispin, if she hadn't passed away, probably would have gotten to write a few more things. There's a reason Vonda and McIntyre was never asked back.
I want to say something real quick before we get to Dylan's controversial topic. Mad Mashad in the comments there, he did a little stop motion Lego video. It's really cool. When you guys get a chance, you need to go check it out. I actually did a little voice. I was one of the goons in the video. It was fun to do. He did a really, really cool job.
Nice.
Little Mandalorian type story.
Question: Small Times comment. Is it really controversial to say that he loved Lost Tribe of the Sith collected stories? Because I loved it too.
I would have thought so, except we actually got a donation at Twin Sons for one of our book drives, and someone in the donation comment requested that we include a copy of Lost Tribe of the Sith because it was their first Star Wars book and their favorite. So you're not alone there, unless you are that person that donated.
I can't come down hard on Lost Tribe of the Sith because it was a collection of 3 stories with one, news story in it. So these were all free ebooks that John Jackson Miller gave to the fans, and then decided to do a collection with a bonus story. And I'm glad he did it. I don't think those stories are that good. However, the Lost Tribe of the Sith books, I mean, they are what they are. They're free. It's hard for me to come down on them. I do come down on the Old Republic comic book, even though it's the same thing. They're just reprinting free web comic books. But I thought that story was terrible. And it was obviously a cash grab to get, Old Republic fans to buy comic books. If you're going to do that, put that in an omnibus. Put those free stories in an omnibus. And then give us a real Old Republic comic book.
Yeah.
Detailing the stories of the video game. They should have done that instead of just reprinting some trash, garbage, free comic books. Which is obviously what Dark Horse is trying to do, is cash in on that series. So I was really excited. I thought it was new stuff. And then by the third one, I realized what they were. I was like, wait a minute, I think I've read this before. And I'd copied them online. I didn't realize they put them out in comic book form. I mean, it was okay they did that in comic book form, but at the same time that's not a good story. And people who are not in the Old Republic, they read that thinking, oh, the Old Republic's just boring garbage. Okay. But the Old Republic has a great storyline. And I think if they would have made an actual comic book about, the Old Republic game, I think they would have sold like hotcakes.
I didn't get to name my top 3 worst.
Nobody cares. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeremy. Am I not on mute? Okay.
Well, we all know Stealth and Siege, worst Star Wars books ever. But like 3 that weren't mentioned, Scoundrels. Scoundrels is awful. Absolutely awful. The fact that Zahn has his name on it and was proud to publish that, it should be a red flag.
Scoundrels was awful because he shoehorned that storyline in the most awful place ever. He did it on purpose.
Well, not even that, but it suffers from modern Zahn of just like, I contradict myself. And the other ones I would do are Choices of One and what was the one that came before that?
Allegiance.
Allegiance. Those are all awful.
Going after Timothy. I'll be honest, those are not good
Timothy
books.
Zahn hasn't written a good Star Wars book since Outbound Flight.
True. Thrawn Alliances is his worst, by far.
It's
Thrawn
pretty
Treason.
bad.
Thrawn Treason is the worst.
Even worse?
What is?
If you're talking
New canon
and
New canon also.
Treason's barely a book. It was he had to write a tie-in to Rebels, and he phoned it in. He's like, oh, I have my own Vong. They're called the Grisk, but they're not cool at all.
Yeah.
Discount Vagari from Outbound Flight.
Alliances is bad because he doesn't feel like writing Anakin's Force power, where he's like, double vision, blah, 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 blasters flying at me. Double vision. I gotta swing my lightsaber around. It's the worst way anyone has ever written the Force.
And he really can't write
Jedi.
And he really can't write Vader at all.
Oh,
I already noticed it in Allegiance when Vader fights Mara Jade and Mara wins.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And Vader has like a rage quit. He's like,
well, yeah,
I forgot about
the
that.
most
Well,
OP
you're right.
ever.
I thought that was in Choices of One.
no, that was like the most fanboy
No, you're right. It
moment
was in
ever.
Allegiance.
Yeah,
Choices of One, I would say it was better than Allegiance because it had an interesting aspect with Thrawn and this warlord Nuso Eswa trying to outmaneuver each other.
But Choices of One has
That's
the
what's
infamous
something.
Pelion and Thrawn talk to each other via comms, even though they established Zahn established that Thrawn and Pelion had never met before until Heir of the Empire.
Well, they didn't meet; they just talked over phone.
But that's stupid. You know he had it.
Hold on. If
Get out
he's
of
still here, I got something for him. Y'all keep talking.
Anyway,
Oh, no.
Small time is right. That's the same way I feel about it. I read Allegiance and have zero memory of it, even if I read a summary
The
of it.
only thing that's kind of interesting are the vigilante stormtroopers. I think that's
Yes.
in the Legions.
Yes,
Keep
what
moving
I
my mic. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
what I completely forgot, I forget it every time about this book. The villain from the Hand of Thrawn duology is in Allegiance.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
Matthew,
true.
Yeah,
are you
Moff
ready?
Dizra. Moff Dizra is
Matthew,
in
are
it,
you ready?
and it's
No.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here it go. Can I get full screen for a minute?
Yeah, here we go.
All right. Hi, everyone. This is Ryan from RK Outpost. Now, I'm going to talk about something that makes me very mad. Let me read this article to you. Okay, that's it. I'm going.
Not Snyder cut.
Yeah, it was 30
Give us a
32.
Snyder cut.
That's beautiful.
Give us a Snyder cut.
Hey, Ryan. Here's the funny thing. So this one came in the mail the other day, and then the day after, they sent me the reorder.
this is getting out of hand. Now there's two
So
of them.
now I've got several RK Outpost. I'm a huge RK Outpost fan, as you guys know. I bought a second one because the first one got lost in the mail, and they both came in back to back. I should have gotten a different color, but my wife's like, "What's with the shirts?" Because they came in back to back days, and went, "Well, this is one that got lost, so I ordered this one." So
I can already hear the podcast.
I feel the power.
It,
The power of Ryan. I really do.
Pounds in the guns.
This is, I do. I feel like I'm about to Hulk out here. Anyway, someone asked a great question about a one-hit wonder.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
two answers for that.
Okay, go ahead.
One, if you call that one hit wonder, Greg Keyes. He wrote 3 books for New Jedi Order, like Edge of Victory, Duology, and Final Prophecy. They were absolutely great. And the other one is, of course, L. Neil Smith, with his Lando Calrissian trilogy.
You know, Greg Keyes was too busy writing one of the worst Godzilla books I've ever read. Thanks, Adam.
One-hit wonder.
Wait, I'm still like confused. Like it gets worse than the Crystal Star and Rogue Planet.
What?
Yeah.
It just nobody
Oh,
said it was like their worst.
So
you
much-
mean in worst books?
Worst books that they've read so far. Like,
Clone Wars Gambit is boring as hell.
I like Roger McBride Allen, his trilogy. I like Michael P.Q. McDowell's Black Fleet Crisis, which no one likes. I love that.
I like
trilogy.
that.
I like it.
I agree with quality. I think L. Neil Smith's Lando Calrissian trilogy is brilliant. It blew me away.
beautiful.
That's why I'm a big Lando fan, because of L. Neil Smith. I thought that book was going to be garbage. I read it first, and it was so good. This is very controversial. I think it's better than Brian Daley's Han Solo trilogy, which I absolutely love. I absolutely
Agree.
love Brian Daley's Han Solo trilogy, but L. Neil Smith's Lando trilogy is higher.
Agreed.
Dylan, didn't you just finish the Black Fleet Crisis?
Oh, I've read that a long time ago.
Oh, that was years ago now.
Okay. Why am I thinking that you just finished that one?
Just like
Because
you
Matt
finished
just
Rogue
reviewed
Planet.
it.
yeah.
Still not finished. You're still on chapter 3.
So this one isn't a one and done one hit wonder, but definitely someone who had a one hit, and that is Joe Schreiber.
Huh. Yeah.
Oh,
well, obviously,
Death
Death
Troopers.
Death Troopers is the good one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
Mall Lockdown's pretty decent.
Yeah,
If we're
you're
talking-
right. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I listened to that one on audiobook. And
If we're
about that,
talking about someone who only wrote one book.
Small Time has it. Technically, Dave Wolverton was a one hit wonder.
Technically, if you don't count like the
Yeah.
40 young adult books he wrote.
Well, I mean, if he's talking novels, then I would agree. Another one, I like James S.A. Corey, even though that's 2 authors. They wrote Honor Among Thieves, which was the last EU novel to come out, and it was great. Scarlet is a great character that unfortunately we won't get to see any more of. There's a short story about her, but she was really interesting. That book wasn't bad. Pretty
Who
impressive
wrote
book.
Razor's Edge?
Martha Wells.
Martha Wells is totally forgettable.
Okay.
And the thing is, I was so excited about a story about Leia. I was so excited, but really,
It's kind of how we felt with Heir to the Jedi. It was like, oh, cool, a Luke book. Which is one that was, I guess, originally a first draft for that trilogy, right?
It was a different
it
author.
hadn't been written yet, but yeah.
Yeah, and then that was such a disappointment.
I don't
The only
think
thing
it was
that
a
came
different
close
author.
was James Luceno's Tarkin, but he even admits that he started rewriting it the moment he found out it wasn't canon because he dropped all Tarkin's backstory.
Yeah. With the whole, oh god, what was it? When did he climb up? We fought the weird ape monsters with the spear. Was that the ascent? What was the Carrion Spike? He's like has to stay there for 3 days as a teenager and fight like apes. It was stupid.
I remember. Walter John Williams is another good pick there, Rob.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was about to say, but see, I'm not sure because I don't know if I remember I liked that book because he was so good writing, or if I liked that book because that was the first book in New Jedi Order where the good guys were actually winning.
And he wrote some actually good sex scenes.
I'm
Different to Troy Denning.
I'm going
Better
to
than
talk
Rose.
about Walter John Williams in the next few weeks on my channel because he actually did a lot of study for his New Jedi Order book, and I'm not going to review the New Jedi Order book, but the thing is, something came up, and I was like, you know what, I better mention this now because I may forget when I talk about Destiny's Way. But Walter John Williams really did his homework on for that New Jedi Order book, and more than most people realize. There's a great story. I'm going to share it because it comes apart. As you know, I'm going through the Young Jedi Knights. He wanted to tie something from those young adult books in to New Jedi Order, but couldn't because of something that happened. It's a great story, but I'm going to save that for when I do the review.
Guys, you could really see the sun rising in my room.
Oh, I know, it's all daylight, full on daylight.
The rapture coming.
Yeah.
Let me say this. There are a few people on my channel, and I love this. I'm going to do a Matt chat about it. I love how people think that I'm going to follow whatever Wikipedia says on the timeline, and they get all bent out of shape when I don't. Guys, I didn't skip Junior Jedi Knights. I just don't think it comes before Young Jedi Knight.
Yep.
And I'll second Matt on that. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
It doesn't. Now, I'll be honest. I do look at. I don't know where it is right now, but I do look at Pablo Hidalgo's book. I do look at that. I do review that. But I think his timeline is incorrect at parts. I even think, and if you not to toot my own horn, if you've noticed, Joe has rearranged his timeline with mine. Because I tell Joe, I don't think this is where it belongs. He's looking, Matt, where do you think? And I explained why, and he agrees and changes it. I don't do that to say, haha, Joe, I know more than you. He just knows I'm going through and doing a deep dive research. And I've even talked to Joe several times, like, where do you think this fits? But Junior Jedi Knights does not fit before Young Jedi Knights. It does not. And I'll show you when I review those.
Matt, remember when you called me up? This has got to be pushing 5 years ago. You're like, we need to figure out the Clone Wars timeline.
Oh, God.
And we pulled out every issue of Star Wars Insider. I had that Clone Wars story in it. And we attempted, it was the beginning of, how many months did that take?
It took months. That was the hard. I decided not to put the TV shows in order because it just would have been chaos. So I did the TV shows, just differently. But the thing is, though, the comic books, the short stories, the novels, everything. But I really did some hard work on making sure the Clone Wars. But the thing is, though, I mean, some stuff I just had to just throw in different places because there's no way of figuring out where Outfoxed, the free ebook from Target, goes or something. There's just so many random little things in there that I had to just.
Remember the Clone Wars Adventures, the comic that was the spin-off of the Tartakovsky show? You just threw it in one episode because those were all short stories.
Yeah, and even though they get sprinkled in here and there, there's just so much. I say garbage because I'm not I'm not that big of a Clone Wars era fan because I feel like out of all that stuff they brought out, there wasn't that many good things. There was a great comic book series. The Republic comic book series shined at that point.
That's like the gold standard of
And to
Star
be
Wars
honest,
comics.
the best novelizations that came from the Clone Wars, in my opinion, is the MedStar duology.
MedStar. I
Shadow
would say
Point.
the first Karen Travis Republic Commando book is a solid Clone Wars.
Can we boot him?
What,
Anyway,
you're gonna argue with me over hard content?
quality. What were you gonna say?
Shatterpoint.
No.
I stand by.
No.
Have you even read that?
Yeah.
I enjoyed Shatterpoint far more than I thought I would.
Matthew
what?
Stover is a great author.
We never heard
No, he's
Adam's
not.
least favorite.
He is.
Get him out of here.
Matthew can decide when he reads him.
It's true because I don't know.
He has no
Matthew's
bias.
not gonna. I'm gonna be able to reread it before Matthew does.
Yeah, you're
And
gonna laugh. You're gonna
Matthew's
laugh
gonna
me.
have to wait for his wife to read it over Marco Polo.
Yeah, they keep telling me that she reads the books to me when I go to bed through Marco Polo app.
Because you
Right
two were
next to me.
talking to each other through Marco Polo and you were laying next to each other. You admitted this to Brian.
Oh, we were doing the voice thing. We were playing around, being goofy.
Thanks, Rob D. Christopher Nelson approves my answer.
How we know that?
Yeah,
Because
how
I said
could
Shatterpoint is good, of course.
Oh, yeah,
He-
yeah,
he
he's a
approves this.
I
I
remember.
think Chris was just trying to appeal to the masses there. Scott agrees with me. He knows why.
Adam, what was your least favorite that you've read so far?
Oh,
You didn't get to answer.
I'm not. I can only think of two at the top. For canon. I didn't like Resistance Reborn.
Oh yeah, that was a waste.
For
Waste.
Legends, my least favorite was Into the Void that I've read so far.
Get him out of here. Get that stench out of here.
That's fine.
Making-
Mad's comment earlier. A lot of people love Republic Commando. I'll be honest. I am part of a minority, I think. Even though when I slandered those books on don't watch my review, I really tore into those books.
You're fraud.
Yes, exactly right. It's been exposed. But when I tore into those books, I really thought I was going to get it. And I was surprised to see a bunch of other Talifans, what Karen Travis called us back in the day, Talifans, who didn't enjoy her piece of fan fiction. That's how I felt it was. I agree with Jeremy, though. The first one probably wasn't that bad because it didn't have the Jedi clone relationship.
Yeah, well, no, because she thinks of him as a child, and then they're boning in the next
Yeah.
book, which could only a
And not-
month later.
Not only
This-
thinks of him as a child, their first interaction is she senses the presence of a child and is confused as to why there's a soldier in front of her. Like, that's his Force signature. His signature in the Force is of a child.
All
They're
American
shacking
cornbread
up
got
on
it right.
Coruscant, hunting the terrorists. Hunting the-
And he is. He's a 10-year-old in a
Yeah.
20-year-old body. I'm not making this up.
Yeah, it's
So,
weird.
I don't know,
Awkward.
man.
And she dies in a stupid way.
Don't spoil it. I'm still missing Order 66. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't spoil spoilers.
Spoiler warning.
Dylan,
Hey,
did we
guess
ever
what?
get that?
Spoilers, Imperial Commando doesn't end.
I know that much.
Spoilers: Lannery Brock dies by the time Legacy 2's over. She's dead.
Here's
That's
the
a
deal.
Dylan joke right there.
Here's the deal. I would not enjoy an Imperial Commando 2. However, Karen Travis said she would never come back to the series.
You know, Matt, I would enjoy an Imperial Commando 2 if Karen Travis didn't write it.
Who would write it?
Alexander Freed.
Wow, that was
I like
quick.
Alexander Freed.
What did he
Because-
write?
Battlefront
he
Twilight
wrote,
Company in
some-
the Disney canon.
He also did some Old Republic work, right?
Yeah, he did some Old
Yeah.
Republic comic work. He did the setup for Annihilation in the comic.
And he also did Purge Tyrant Test, which was issues 4 and 5.
Of Purge.
Yeah, he's a really good writer.
Except for Alphabet Squadron.
Alphabet
I
Squadron.
don't know if
I
that's
think.
his fault or if it's Disney's diversity quota.
Yeah. See, well, that's what
Forcing him
I said that in my review of it. I was like, I didn't like the story. It wasn't that great, but the way he wrote everything was good.
You know,
know-
I've always said this. A comic book author that I would have loved to have written a Star Wars comic book is Chuck Dixon. I absolutely think the world of Chuck Dixon. I think his Batman stuff in the '90s was bar none perfect. And then my cousin's a huge Punisher fan, and he said Punisher never got better when it was written by Chuck Dixon.
Oh no, I just fundamentally disagree. Garth Ennis
Okay, I mean that's fine, but
significantly better.
he stopped reading after Chuck Dixon left.
Rob D's comment, fantastic. Of course Lennery Brock would be dead. Lennery is not Ahsoka.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Matt.
The space Jesus is actually Ahsoka, didn't you know?
But
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, Matt, I do agree with that. But I think if we get Imperial Commando 2, it should still be based off of whatever story we get. It can be written by someone else, it's fine, but it should at least be based off of the fact Karen Travis's fact section when she said how she'd end it.
How she ended.
Well,
Everyone boning Jedi.
no. It's like if you go to her fact, it's hard to explain because there's like a lot of bullet points of like things that happen.
Oh, I haven't seen this, Dylan. You have to.
Well, I mean, some of it ties into Legacy of the Force because
Hold on.
Okay.
Because
While he's doing
we're talking
this,
about Karen Travis on board anyway.
I don't
So-
blame you.
Dylan the second, I guess, Matt, I wanted to show you something interesting. So the Hand of Thrawn duology. You remember Spectre of the Past, Vision of the Future? In Germany, it's a trilogy. They split the second book up.
Oh,
Might
cool.
be interesting.
Hey, can we blow up his screen?
This is just like the same art, huh?
Yes, it's
That's
the
kinda
same book. It's Vision of the Future. Just
Weird.
see this?
Yeah, just a little color change there.
And a new title, The Admiral's Wrath,
Hmm.
I guess.
Why?
I sent
It's weird.
Yeah.
I sent in the private chat because I don't want to read these out loud because they're spoilers for the Republic
Okay,
Commando.
I'll look at it later. Thank you.
He won't get it later.
Matt, what you missed earlier is the quality showed us the Indiana Jones. Show these again, guys, for anybody that missed it earlier.
And the-
All of them?
and-
Yeah, show, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh, he didn't give us his Easter Island reaction.
East Island.
We all freaked out about that earlier.
So, is this the whole collection?
Yes, I have the whole collection, also the American ones. These are the German exclusive ones by Wolfgang Holbein.
Wolfgang, yeah. Wow.
I think it's like 8 or 9 books. And all of them are set after Last Crusade.
Oh my goodness.
And that's it.
See, that's awesome.
That's kind of rare because a lot of the books take place before the movies.
Yes,
Some take place in between the movies, but most of them. Wow.
Peril at Delphi, that's the first American one.
yeah,
So if they-
Yeah, I've read that one. I've read the first, I think, 3, but I never read the Genesis Project or whatever, which I hear is the best one.
Genesis Deluge, so something like that.
Deluge, yeah. I heard that was the best one, but I didn't get to that one. I should have just skipped that one.
So since they take place after Last Crusade, between that and Crystal Skull, what was the better post? What was the better timeline post Last Crusade? There we go. Got it.
It's
Nailed
the
it.
same timeline.
It
Like,
is?
They are licensed by Lucasfilm. Officially canon. You guys can't read it. I can. And I think one of them even has a contradiction. I think in one of them, Indy comes across aliens before Crystal
Well,
Star.
I mean,
Before.
Indy says in Raiders. I just watched Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom back to back. He says that he doesn't believe in magic in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then in Temple of Doom, he comes across the magic stones, and that's supposed to take place a year prior to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
There it is.
I found these in a bookstore and I passed on them.
Yeah, that's
Why?
a shame on you. You should have.
I was an
offered them to
idiot.
me.
I was an idiot. I really wish I would have picked these up. But I found the picture.
I do hear the Genesis Deluge is the best one. I've read Peril at Delphi. I've read
Billy.
The
Dance of the Giants, and I can't remember what the other one was I've read. But Genesis Deluge, I hear, is the best.
We need Shia LaBeouf on those indie covers.
And wasn't the last person to write one? Wasn't it
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry, Army of the Dead, which I hear wasn't
And
that
it's
good.
like the worst one.
The one that I have isn't even in there.
No, there are more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few. Now the thing is, those that German collection quality is really good. That's really nice.
Yeah.
We need to get quality to translate them to English.
Oh god,
Oh,
all
yeah.
of them.
Pull out your keyboard.
Yeah, get ready.
Do you know the
review
story
these.
behind that quality? Do you know why Wolfgang
No,
got
I
the
searched everywhere. The confusing thing is, the American ones started 1991, and you think, okay, because Expanded Universe, Star Wars, Heir to the Empire. Okay, makes sense. These started in 1990. I have no
Before.
idea what was going on.
Wow.
Maybe
That's so
maybe
odd. I wish I would know what was that. That's interesting, though.
Maybe they thought like, well, we make some indie books just here in Germany, see how they sell, and then they were like, oh, they're successful. Let's do it in America.
Germany did get a lot of the exclusive. They got a Highlander book. I think it's called Highlander the Immortal. It's not very good. Someone just recently translated it, and I read it, and it's not really that good. But it came out first. That was the first Highlander TV series novel to come out. And not to blame the guy, but the reason why it's not so good is he's taking pieces of the TV show and just writing about it. And then adding in like little segues in between. And it's not, like I said, when you're rehashing a TV episode, I'm not interested.
Well, hey.
And remember, there was a lot of books back in the day that would do that. They would just rehash what you saw in the TV episode. And I don't think it was the author's fault. I think that's where they thought they'd be going in that direction, but then they didn't, and they actually made, more stories on their own, independent stories, instead of just rehashing what happened in an TV episode.
Well, right now the Del Rey is doing that with their comic book. I know no one cares about this, but I just finished the Afra audio drama that came out. Oh, well, it comes out next week, but we can post.
everyone just yawned at the same time.
I know.
This was real.
I just
It's early for me.
But speaking of like just taking things from the TV show and writing it, the audio drama, the original Afra stuff, they just took it from the new Darth Vader comics. It's just a audio drama.
Well, they used to do that in the 90s with the comics. They put them as audio dramas like Crimson Empire, Dark Empire, some of the Tales of the Jedi, the Dark Forces trilogy. They were all audio dramas.
I mean, it's lazy to me. When I started hearing it, I'm like,
Yeah.
I read
Afra's
this.
character's
dull.
lazy. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't even know how to draw her.
I know. Yeah,
She
she
looks
changes all.
five different ways in one issue of the comic.
But she's like the Indiana Jones.
No, she's the Indiana Dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I wish they would have made a book of, expanded universe of? I just thought about it, The Rocketeer.
Actually,
Yeah, Adam.
I actually saw a something about the Rocketeer the other day, Matt. Let me see if I can find it. Dang. Well, there was a like a figure. It was at a Walgreens, but it was a Rocketeer figure for like I think I have a picture of it somewhere, but at Walgreens for like $16.
that's when I was like, yeah, I wouldn't buy figures anymore. And then I think that night we did a stream on all the new figures that I had.
Oh yeah, all your Ghostbusters figures, and how
Yeah.
you got like 30 of like.
The same. Yeah, I got those all returned. I'm good.
He buys those, folks, and he won't buy almost complete set of Indiana Jones novels.
I know.
Priorities.
That was about a year or two ago when I saw that, and I really do regret that.
The one regret, I saw a complete set of Galaxy of Fear for like $20, and I'd passed it because I already had it, and those things are so hard to find. Oops.
I thought your one regret was not getting the Dark Horse Mega Bundle.
Oh, that is a big regret too. I even talked
That's
about
also
people
mine.
getting that. I said, people get that. Don't miss out on that deal. And I did on purpose because I was like, well, I already have it all. Why would I need a digital copy? And I so regret that.
You and me both, Matt.
I so regret. How much was
Especially
it?
when
$400
my
It was
everything.
$300 for every Star Wars comic made up until that point, pretty much.
Yeah, well, all the legend stuff was in there, and it's so. Bruce is showing me it's so easy to get on the app because you still have it on the app. It's there forever, and everything's on there. And I said you'll never see another deal like that again. You never will. It was Dark Horse's blowout, and I regret not getting it. I totally regret not getting that because I thought, well, I have it all. Why do I need it? And the thing is, it's so much easier to just pull it up on your phone and look at these comic books.
Well,
Yeah.
Matt, I have the same thing because my whole comic collection burned in the fire. So, like, it's been a real bitch to try to get stuff back. I've just decided to settle for when it comes out in an Epic collection that I'll pick it up. It's ridiculous.
Rob D has a good point. Die Hard needs an expanded universe.
It already has 2 books that they're based off of.
Oh,
Those are the original books, yeah.
Yeah, which are kind of better than. Well, the second book's better than Die Hard 2 by a mile.
Really?
what other
Die Hard 2
franchises do you guys
sucks.
think needs a expanded universe?
I mean, I've already said this. I think Tremors.
Trimmers
Yeah,
already has all the
Tremors
films.
Yeah, but it needs more. It needs books. It needs comic books.
Yeah.
You know,
Sleepaway
true
Camp.
story, when Tremors 3 came out, they had those comic books inside the store. Comic book, people went to their comic book store to find those comic books from
Yeah.
Tremors 3. And the comic book stores were calling Universal saying, hey, where can we order these comic books? People were asking for them. They went, oh, they don't exist. They refuse to franchise Tremors. And this movie is getting what? Its 8th installment? Hold on. No, 7th installment this October. I can't wait for. I'm serious. I can't wait for this.
Is it going to be like a Netflix exclusive or something?
Maybe it was last time, so it may be Netflix.
It was that. That was a Cold Day in Hell, right?
That was
It wasn't
awful.
that Cold Day in Hell wasn't their best one.
No.
That
I
was-
watched it. I thought it was fun. Like, you know, it's one of those movies that's like, oh, I'm going to sit on the couch and I'm going to watch me a stupid movie. And I didn't like turn it off and be like, man, I was stupid. Like,
Island Fury is the next one. It's going to look great. It has
Island Fury?
John Heder in it. Napoleon Dynamite. And he's asking Michael Gross if the Tremors have large talons. I'm kidding. But if he did do that, it'd be awesome.
it would be so cool if they were able to bring back Kevin Bacon.
No.
Bring
Well,
him
you know,
back.
Kevin Bacon tried to do a separate TV show that didn't exist outside the movies, and it got shot down because fans didn't like it.
They made
and
a
Kevin
trailer
Bacon
for
should
it.
come back to the movies because I think it's really good. I
We did a
heard
commercial. Did you
Reba
guys-
McEntire, if they could afford her, would come back.
That'd be awesome.
I'd love to see Reba back.
Yeah.
Fred Ward's basically the reason they don't have Fred Ward back is they feel that they wrapped up the story in 2.
Mm.
And I can see that he's supposed to live happily ever after, but they also probably couldn't afford him.
Yeah.
But because the movies do get cheaper, but that doesn't mean they're bad because Tremors 5 is actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy is not an Island Fury. He did not get asked back. He has no hard feelings with that. He wishes them the best. I don't know why he wasn't asked back. It doesn't seem like there was any bad blood.
He might have just wanted more money, maybe.
he might have, but it's Jamie Kennedy for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So he's happy to take any money. But for whatever reason, they just wanted to switch it up. They didn't feel like his character wasn't doing that well. I don't know. That's why they have John Heder in there now.
Yeah.
That's
You
where
guys saw that? Did you see that commercial? It was several years ago. It had Kevin Bacon and the Trimmers. I think he had like a statue in his yard or something like that. It was.
Remember they did a failed pilot. Amazon did,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and it didn't get good reviews. And the reason for that is Tremors fans love the movies, and they love that story. They don't like anything that goes, in disagreement with that goes in contradiction with those movies and the TV series, which is actually pretty good.
Matt,
overall, it's a decent series. I didn't like Cold Day in Hell wasn't their best moment, but
I like that one better than. Didn't they go to Africa in one of them?
Well, they filmed Cold Day in Hell in South Africa too. They just tried to blur it out and make it look like snow. It was sand.
Well, either way, the thing is, 5 I thought was pretty good. 6 I didn't enjoy as much, but it's better than 4. Anything's better than 4. 4 is the only awful blight.
I think Adam, Dylan, and we are just falling asleep.
I'm sorry.
You guys don't like Trimmers?
I like Tremors. I love
Sorry,
Tremors.
it just looked like you were like.
No, Adam's always like that.
And Dylan's sitting on a piss couch.
I'm the Charlie Brown of the street.
Hey, Dylan, I forgot to mention. If you want to come over tomorrow, we're playing Project Elite all day.
Cool. I'll make sure to. Yeah, I can be there.
Hey, buddy. I will get Megan to go to Sam's and buy the biggest barrel of cheese balls for you. I promise it'll be all yours if you come.
One of the greatest Dylan moments I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man,
matters is this.
I can't wait to tell my girls that Uncle Dylan's coming to see them.
Let's see here.
But regardless of what he says, he does not have candy. And if he gives you something, throw it away. Don't eat it.
All right, I can be there in. If I leave now, I can get there in about 24 hours.
Not good enough. We probably won't be playing unless they get to spend the night. Dylan, this is the new Project Elite. Yeah, this is why I'm so annoying to go to cons with. I kept calling. I remember the first time I played the game. I called Jeremy and Dylan. I was like, "Get over here." And I told him, I said, "You got to play this game with me." And I was like, just enthralled with it. They're like, "Yeah, okay." I was like, "I love this game."
It was even because you called us over and like the convention was just like ending, so like we kept having convention staff pestering us to like get out of the convention floor because it was ending.
Remember, they let us stay though.
Yeah,
let us stay
the booth let us stay and finish, but there were also like convention staff people like every 5 minutes and like, are you gonna? You guys need to get out of here.
Yeah, we're staff. We work for this company. I had so much fun. I remember I told my wife, I said, I don't know. No, I didn't tell her. I told her the next day. Remember, they sold out. They sold out of every game they had. The wall of games behind them sold out. And I boo-hooed to my wife. And she went, "You should have gotten it." I said, "Babe, it was like $250 for the whole thing. I wanted." She's like, "No, that's all right. You could have gotten it." I was like, I should have gotten it. And then that guy from the UK was selling his copy for $250. And I was like, "Can I get it?" And she said, "Yes." I've loved that game ever since. So when the new one came out, I had to get it. It looks cool, man.
Have you reviewed it on your channel yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, quality. Quality,
What
you're
a
having
good
a hard time finding Order 66?
No, I have it. I just haven't read it yet.
Oh, you haven't read it yet. Okay.
I have read the first 3, and they are.
Oh, is that the one with the weird mystery stain?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, we all know where it came from.
Here's Jeremy's favorite.
United
Get
States
that trash
coins.
out of here. Dylan, that's contraband. There is a coin shortage in this country.
I know. I'm not able to. I'm not able to go to banks and get coins anymore to hunt through them. I
You know
can.
what?
I
the
can.
world's okay.
Dylan, let me ask you, how excited are you for next week?
What is next week?
Baseball.
Oh.
All right.
I'm excited for this weekend. I get to move.
I'm sorry, but Dylan and I are the only two people who care about baseball. You know who Dylan? He didn't know who Ted Williams was the other day.
No.
He said, "Ted Williams, is he a actor?
Is that a news anchor? It sounds like a
Ted
news anchor,
Koppel."
right?
When you get Ted Koppel confused with Ted Williams.
Matthew doesn't even know where he is.
I will say, professional baseball player was my very, very first dream job.
Oh man, I wanted to be Keith Hernandez.
Then I turned right.
All I will say is that this situation is best case scenario for the Astros.
Hey, Jeremy, if Predator and Alien were rebooted, would that make you happy?
No.
Do you
Just
like
let
the
it die.
Do you like the
What
can-
about What about instead of Alien versus Predator? Right? What if it was Predator versus Alien?
No.
Batman versus Predator versus Alien
We already had that.
versus
It was
Ash
bad.
versus Evil Dead.
You know, here's something. I actually liked all three of those comic books, Jeremy.
Well, Batman versus Predator is fine. Batman versus Alien's dumb. And then Batman, Superman versus Alien versus Predator was even dumber.
I agree with that. I don't remember Batman versus Alien. I know I read it, but I didn't collect it.
Batman
I have
versus Predator's fine.
first three, but I actually enjoy Batman versus Predator 1, 2, and 3.
I
I have
mean,
Batman versus
honestly,
Alien too.
we live in a world where Alien versus Predator versus Terminator exists, where Ripley 8 from Alien Resurrection and John Connor have to team up to stop the Terminators that are xenomorphs.
Can
That's
Jesus
a thing.
just come back now?
And it
Terminator versus RoboCop.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
It exists. I
It
didn't know
does,
this exists.
Yeah, it actually got a video game too. It was the movie that should have been in the 90s. Not like RoboCop was doing very well in the 90s.
Yeah, that is
really. I read something about
that is because the mints had to
they're
close.
all at Dylan's house.
No, the mints had to close down due to concerns, so they're not minting new coins. And businesses, since a lot of them are closed down due to quarantines, haven't been sending coins to books. So banks now have a shortage of coins. So if you have if you're sitting on a whole bunch of coins, now is the time to take them to your bank or pay in coins, because that's the only way we're getting out of this.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Dylan,
goodness.
you need to start paying for things.
Quality, can you get, as you know, Matthew collects copies of Crystal Star. So if
I
you
should
could get
send
him
him
a
this.
German copy.
Signed,
We can work
autographed
that
by
out.
me.
Yes, signed by you.
With love from Germany.
Yeah, with love from Germany. Matthew, how can you turn that down?
Well, I mean,
German Crystal
A
Star copy.
special copy.
I was gonna say, like, you should also post a picture of you inside going, you know.
I'd open my mailbox and then like shoot out and hit me and knock me out.
You pose with this thumbs up in a full German costume, lederhosen
Oh, yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Like, yeah.
I got the hat, the little tiny German hat that I have.
It's either that or wear the Bud Light hat.
Oh yeah, the cowboy hat. It was so trashy.
I would agree that you got a nice bookshelf behind you, Claude.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one on the other side of the room. Exactly the same.
Small time. Matthew wouldn't post your comment because he's against baseball, but there it is. I hate there's going to be a DH in the National League. I'll shut up about it because I know we don't want to talk baseball, but I hate it.
I mean,
Matt, you and I need to do a stream
We do.
about this because I have thoughts as well.
I have several thoughts about it.
That sounds like
If Jeremy starts talking, we'll just jump on my channel.
Yeah, you go have your Xanax stream. That's fine. You can have all the Xanax Ambien streams you want.
Yeah.
We'll have fun on
True.
here.
True story. I was gonna ask Dylan after our final our EU authors tournament. Dylan, I was gonna ask if you want to do like a weekly, but we'd always talk about doing a weekly baseball podcast together.
Oh my god!
And I thought this would be a fun year, but of course COVID happened.
RoboCop
Guys.
versus Terminator.
Guys, I
Yeah.
want to show you something.
Okay.
And this is a great example of German publishing. This book came out 13 years later here in Germany. You will all recognize it.
Oh.
Shut up.
Oh.
13 years until it got published.
Wow, those are some great graphics.
What's,
Yes.
What's amazing
I love-
is they reprinted it for Legends. I never knew this.
The
Yes, they
Legends
did.
banner on this, it cuts off the top
Of
of
their
the
head.
AT. Yes.
Oh.
I mean, you're not.
It
missing
looks
much.
even worse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How
It
is
looks
this
about the
possible?
same.
Yeah.
So I think I figured
had
out.
No idea they reprinted that book.
This is first time published in Germany, 20 moment.
I'm forgetting her name.
2014. October 2014.
I'm forgetting
First
her
time
name.
published.
I'm forgetting
Never
her name.
translated.
So I'm forgetting her name, but underrated in like the worst authors of the EU. She also wrote. She also co-wrote The Last Jedi.
Oh, that's right.
Maya Catherine Bonhoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
And it took like 6 years before New Jedi Order got translated.
That's
Just so I'm glad I wasn't a fan back then. Like this would have
Oh yeah. You
killed
have
me.
to wait so long.
I mean,
Huckleberry.
I would have been like 10 or younger at this time. I couldn't have read English. So I would have had to wait 6 years or more for some of this stuff.
Okay, I got a question. I'll start with my Siamese twin, Dylan. Dylan,
Oh, that's an
what is
unfortunate
one
Siamese twin.
comic book trade paperback that needs to be reprinted? What is one children's series that needs to be reprinted? Go.
Children's series that needs to be reprinted. I'm not going to say the obvious one because everyone's going to say the obvious one. So I'll say Young Jedi Knights. Comic series, I will say the obvious ones. Why do we not have not Dawn of the Jedi? Why do we not have Tales of the Jedi? Why are we getting Tales of the Jedi? Why are we getting Tales of the Jedi Volume 1 Epic Collection, but it's just collecting Dawn of the Jedi?
Because they needed to collect Dawn of the Jedi at some point, and they figured this is the easy way out to do that.
This is
Okay,
a good,
Jeremy.
For comics, Jedi Academy Leviathan needs to be reprinted. Yeah, because I like that. I've told you this, that I love Jedi Academy Leviathan is why I read Jedi Academy. Because I read Leviathan first, I'm like, oh, these characters are pretty cool. And so I went and read Jedi Academy because of it. For young adult, I'm torn. Galaxy of Fear or Junior Jedi Knights. Because those are the hardest to collect. I'm going to go with Galaxy of Fear because there's more of them.
Right. Wow. Quality?
the question is comics and young adult.
Yeah,
Okay.
comic book trade paperback and a
Okay.
young adult novel or series or children's series.
Well, with comics, I have to go by Germany, how they are published here, because we have lots of stuff missing. I would say Dawn of the Jedi and Knight Errant, they are still not reprinted here, and I would love to have them. For YA stuff, I think we all know the answer.
What is that?
Jedi Prince.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
The Club of Darth Vader. Wow.
I have those in hardcover now, so. It's pretty cool.
I do too.
All of them.
I like how I said
wow. Do you know how hard those? I got them when they came out.
I had to order them from the US, from Texas. Two of them, like this one and Zorba the Hutt's Revenge, I got here in Germany. The rest from Texas.
I like how I said I'm not going to do the obvious one because someone else is, and then like half of us have gone and no one's said the obvious one.
Oh, Jedi Apprentice?
Yeah.
I was going to say Witchfire, but they did. They did do that one.
That's not a children's book, you dummy.
But thank God they reprinted it.
It's hard for me to pick which one needs to be. Oh, the Star Wars Adventure Journals. Those are really tough to get. Some of them.
Yeah, but those aren't young adult and those aren't comics. That's why I didn't say that.
That's true, but that would be a.
But it's,
I was really fortunate to get those way back in the day.
It's short stories, right?
And
with gaming information?
RPG material.
Right. It'd be cool if they did like I don't know enough of like what's in print, what's not in print with all this stuff because all I know is like they're putting more things out there with Legends banner stuff on it.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it would be cool if they.
In my opinion, they've done a pretty good job so far. It's obvious they watched Matt's Expanded Universe now because they're putting things out in chronological order better. Because at the beginning, it was kind of a dumpster fire. I'm talking the what was it? The Rise of the Sith Volume 1 Epic Collection opens with Mace Windu Tales stories, Matt. Matt, can you imagine reading a collection of Star Wars comics? It's your first time reading, and it's Mace Windu Tales stories.
I think they're very happy that I'm reviewing Legend stories.
Well, they seem to follow your channel pretty well because it's actually they're releasing things in order of how they are in your videos.
There's a few people who do watch the channel. I don't know if I'm the reason for that, but there's a few people who do.
Well, because it was a dumpster fire that first year. We talked about it, I think, on the Legends podcast when they started doing the Epic collections. If not, it was on Minox Nest because what they were reprinting was really strange. Because like they reprinted Mara Jade by the Emperor's Hand and Shadows of the Empire Evolutions first. What?
Yeah, and that was in their New Republic stuff.
That was your New Republic stuff. They reprinted those before Rogue Squadron, which was so
Boy,
bizarre.
Evolutions. What a disaster.
Yeah, as well as various Tales garbage. They
Tales is
reprinted.
the absolute worst.
What did they reprint for Dark Times? They didn't reprint Dark Times immediately. It was that era. It was the Honor and Duty story arc, the end of it. That's like the end of the Republic comics got printed before the rest of the Republic comics came out.
And then I think they went straight into Empire after that.
Yeah,
someone
they
asked
went
me if
into
I was
Dark
going to
Times.
review Star Wars Tales: The Hand of Luke Skywalker, and I was because that's an easy one because that's a story that Han Solo told Anakin as a child. It was a made-up story. It was supposed to be funny and goofy. And if that's all it was, I was fine with that. But a lot of it was just awful.
Yeah, Skippy the Jedi droid,
George R. Binks.
George R. Binks. Any of the Mace Windu stories, especially the one where he has a time paradox and it's only 2 pages long. Like, why even do a story like that? But
because it was just filler pages so they could just sell an extra Star Wars title. It's awful.
Matt, remember Force Fiction when they just reenact the diner scene from Pulp Fiction, but it's Mace Windu and Yoda because that's funny.
Bad Mother Jedi on my wallet. Anyway, small time. Yeah, I know Spencer. He does a lot of good reviews. He's a good guy. I actually got to meet him for the first time. We actually met him at Gen Con for the first time.
We did. There's a photo of it on my Facebook.
Yeah, I first met him there because he said, "Excuse me, are you Matt Wilkins?" I was like, "Yes." First time anyone ever noticed me. And he goes, "Yeah, I watch your channel." I went, "Oh, you do? Look at that." My cousins, my nephews reminded me, I was at BGG Spring Con, was it last year? I think last year. And a guy was standing over us while we were playing this game. I said, "Hey, we're almost done if you want to play next." because I don't want to hog a board game. He goes like, "Oh no, I just want to say I'm a big fan." And I went, "Of the board game?" I didn't know he was talking about me. I'd never been noticed for board game reviews, and so that was my. And then my nephew said that he asked for my autograph. I don't remember that, but they just thought that was really cool that someone asked for their uncle's autograph. I was like, "Did he really?" They said, "Yeah, I remember he had you sign his little his badge." I went, "Did I? I don't remember this, but I remember him taking a picture. And I remember thinking, oh, that's really nice." That was the first time I'd been noticed for my board game reviews at a con.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The only thing that I could think of that I would like to see reprinted is like take short stories out of Star Wars Insider. And
Everyone would like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's another one. Everyone talks about. Like, "Oh, Matt, my scanner doesn't work anymore. It's broke. Like, can you scan every Star Wars Insider story and put it up online?" Dude, even if I did have a scanner that worked, I don't have that time.
Mm-hmm.
and I know how aggravating that is for people. They can't get certain stories. Eventually, maybe I may buy a new scanner printer thing and start uploading it. But I know how difficult it is to find some of that hard stuff. But
do like a super bootleg and like just take pictures with your phone of the pages.
I mean, it wouldn't be that tough. I mean, I'll be honest. There could be some hyperspace fiction that's out there now that might have been posted. Everyone kept asking for it. That was easy to get. If it's on a file on my old computer, I can pull it up and post it. But I mean, some of that stuff is really hard. Like some of that those web comics from hyperspace, man. Those are hard.
Or the Tales from the Clone Wars.
Tales from the Clone Wars.
Or the one that's on a cereal box.
Comic-Con exclusive.
Matt, did I tell you I found that and bought it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did find that. That's another one of my rarities.
What about that one that's on a cereal box? Or something like that.
There were the pod racing.
Yeah.
Well,
that was included in the omnibus, the Wild Space omnibus.
All American Cornbread.
Scott, if you ever meet me, I'll sign your More Civilized Age. I've never signed a More Civilized Age yet.
Yeah, All American Cornbread. Do you mean the one in Visionaries? I think there was a short comic story.
Oh yeah, Scott Johnson. Let me tell you a story about that. My brother at the time, who is an author now, he writes several books. He was trying to get a contract, and I got signed by Sequart before he got signed by a publisher. And I rubbed it in his face all summer long.
This reminds me
that I'd gotten that contract before him. Well, what happened was there was a delay on a More Civilized Age. He got a contract later on. They kept kicking my book down the road. Like a whole year, I think More Civilized Age got delayed. And his book came out 1 month before me. So he got in print before I did. That was I deserve it because I just rubbed it all summer long. I was just rubbing. My other brothers were just laughing because they knew how much. My brother is like, he wants to be a writer. He wants to. He'd been submitting it to several places. And I was saying, Seacart came knocking to me, man. I mean, me and Timothy Zahn, a few other authors, we were chatting the other day, And then Seacart asked me to do something, and I regret it, but I was getting paid more for doing dinner theater at the time, so I turned him down. I was supposed to help write their book for what is that Blade Runner, their Blade Runner thing. They wanted me to do a synopsis of the novel and the movie, and what the novel has the movie, and I was so into that, but they're not paying me much, and at the time I was getting paid way more to write dinner theaters, so I had a big dinner theater contract. Dinner theater is what paid for most of my West End Games material, if not all of my role playing material.
I agree with what Rob D says.
We do need a re-release in 2003.
Is it available like Amazon digitally or anything?
It's on YouTube actually. You can still find
and droids and Ewoks.
For droids and Ewoks need their full I have a burned DVD copy. You can find it any kind.
I have a weird bootleg.
They came out with a nice Blu-ray one
I have
that Chris and Jeremy showed me actually, which looks really good. But what they really need to make, I want to see a Blu-ray with extra features of the Ewok movies. I know I may be the only one, but there are deleted scenes, folks. There are alternate takes. George Lucas went back and refilmed some of the extra scenes himself, and they do these scenes do exist because in what's his face, the Mace kid, not Mace Windu, but the Mace Tatwani kid, he shows pictures of the deleted scenes. Instead of getting his hand caught in a tree, it gets caught in a flower, which is why in the TV show they used the wrong hand. They forgot because when George Lucas went to refilm it, it was a TV movie. They forgot what hand got injured, so his hand gets stuck in the tree. And the next scene is they're bandaging the wrong hand. And you're going, wait, how'd you get that wrong? Because that was from the old clip. It used to be his left hand, and then they went to his right hand. I know that's kind of dumb, but
have all of you guys seen the Ewok movies? You haven't?
Yeah, a long time. I've seen them both once.
Adam,
actually, they came out. One came out in theaters in the UK.
Yeah, Caravan of Courage did.
Yeah.
We
Adam,
did in
you
Germany also.
keep your eye out, Adam, when you go to Vintage Stock. I think I've seen it there a couple times.
The Ewok movies.
Yeah, definitely pick them up. I think they're fun. I mean, they're made for kids, you know, and they're a little cheaper. The Ewoks are
definitely Star Wars
because of the budget, so
Caravan
but
of Courage
they fit
won
within
an
the
award.
canon.
Matthew.
Yep.
All American Cornbread's comment.
Oh,
We need this.
the holiday special on Blu-ray.
We kind of don't.
I think we do for the sake of completists.
I may watch that with my little girls one day, while they can still not know what bad Star Wars looks like.
Oh,
But-
I think it's going to be as a punishment.
I kind of get this vibe that Disney's probably going to do their own holiday special because
Rob,
John.
sir, whip, stuff, sir, whip, stuff.
Oh gosh, John Favreau, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Favreau. Yeah, he's always talking about holiday specials. Every time I see it, oh yeah, he mentions the holiday special. I think he'll probably do something. I think that's coming.
Scott, do
He'll
you
bring
know
in a
I
CG
actually
B.
wrote?
Arthur into-
This time
Hey.
it's gonna be Gungans instead of Wookiees.
Scott, I
It'll
actually
be
Jar
both.
Jar Jar's family.
It'll be
a
porgs.
novel called Return to Indoor back when I was a senior in college, I think. And we used to, as a joke, we used to read it off at Prince of the Universe podcast. I'd read off and laugh about it, but it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I need to go back and rewrite it, but hold on, let me see. I think I still have it somewhere.
I was gonna say, the 2003 Clone Wars is actually at a store down the street from my house, so on DVD.
Buy it for me.
Do you have a copy of it, Adam?
No, I was gonna buy it, but I was a little short on my paycheck, so I might go get it.
Is it part one or part? There's two DVDs, right?
It's both. It was both.
Both.
It's like $15 combined.
Oh, okay.
That's a great. You should get that now. That's a great deal.
I might have to go
Just scoop those things up when you can.
back and grab them. I used
Guys,
to have.
Guys, I really want to show you something, but it could potentially kill my camera if I start moving it. I'm gonna try it.
Okay. We're going on a little adventure. I'll bring you up solo.
Can you see the comics?
Oh wow, yeah.
Whoa!
That's awesome.
That's
A little
sexy, yeah.
comic collection in hardcover.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome. Matt's missing this.
Matt, get the
And a
Fuck
little
up,
Marvel stuff. The Epic collections.
Holy crap.
I'm coming.
He's coming. Look at this. Look at these comics on the bottom shelf.
Oh, those are beautiful.
I forget that your outlets look different.
Yeah. That's
No.
awesome.
quality. What size bed is that?
I don't know. I fit in it.
A twin?
Is it a twin?
No,
'Cause that would explain how you fit that many bookshelves into a bedroom.
it's really, really small and squeezed
that's a
in
twin.
because. Wait, I show you the other side.
It's a little German tour. Oh yeah, okay.
That's what.
That's
yeah,
nice.
that's what I thought.
Nice.
I like that.
There's no other room for furniture. It's just bookshelves. I
Just books.
appreciate that.
I love it. I love it, quality.
This is coming from the guy who has a pull-up bar in his room.
Yeah, look at your boxes.
Yeah, my all of my my lovely.
I can't find my return to indoor.
Oh man, that you know what this means? Bruce stole it.
He probably
Bruce,
did.
Princes of the Universe
Jerk.
feud.
I don't know where it is. I'm kind of worried.
Matt,
'cause
when
I
you
didn't.
shave those,
I have it on a zip
sideburns
file.
off.
That's how old it was. I had it on a zip file, and then I had that printed copy out. So I don't have anything else of it. I had notes and everything. I mean, I really did a deep dive, but it wasn't that good. And I'd like to go back and rewrite it someday.
Yes,
That
I have a
someday is
calendar.
now.
Answering that question, yes, I have a calendar. It's just
Is it a
lying
calendar?
around. Yes,
Hold on,
just
is it a
lying
calendar?
around.
Matthew, can we blow up his screen? And make it-
I have one
Why?
for the calendar.
It's a calendar.
Is that?
Oh my gosh! Look at that calendar.
Wow. Amazing, isn't
Wow.
Is that canon?
it? It absolutely is.
We
I mean,
could have had
I-
a calendar just like that, except with Callum on it.
Like I have a piano, but no calendar.
Rob D,
I have a
you have
rock.
seen the comics on eBay? Because
Is Rob
thought
D
it was
talking about? Yeah, is he talking about the comics or the
a fake
calendar?
For how much? How much did they want for this?
I have a new a book coming, but I don't know if I want to.
That's
Mention
what she
it.
said.
You have what? A new book coming?
A
What
new
is
book
it?
coming in the mail. It's Jeremy's fault though.
Oh yeah, he bought a copy of Zardoz.
Zardoz
Throw it in
novelization.
my face.
I sent you a link to another one. It was
I know.
18.
I can't afford it right now. I'm moving.
Oh yeah.
Just remember what good old Zardoz said. The gun is good and the penis is evil.
Oh gosh.
Yes, the comics.
Is this what the book's gonna be full of? Just garbage? Is it
Zardoz
garbage
is-
day?
Garbage day.
That's what tomorrow is. Garbage day.
Garbage day.
You gotta use the eyebrows. It's from the movie we watch. He's just everything is like this. Like okay,
She
dude.
was good to me.
Until she wasn't. That's not what she said, but it's
Naughty.
naughty. So stupid.
Apparently, I was imitating him very well, even on mute, and I've never even seen this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brian watches his movies with the subtitles on and just reads it. And
He was reading it just like the actor was reading his lines.
So when we make Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 12, Adam will be the killer.
I think I see a future in voice acting
Well, I
here.
think one of these streams we're just gonna skip to part 5 and just watch that. Keep all the others
Well,
in
I've
the
seen 10 seconds of it so far. So
Oh, you have?
yeah, because I
Can
accidentally
you
started
turn
the
on
wrong
the
book.
wrong movie? Matt, don't look like you're constipated right now. I mean, get out of here.
No, I'm checking eBay.
Dylan, get off the piss couch.
You guys are crazy.
Can we get a quick update regarding the Predator novelization?
Yeah?
Yes, okay. I have finished it. What did you say, Jeremy?
I
Have you
finished
too?
it today.
Okay, Adam?
Adam's had it finished for a hot minute.
Yeah, I finished it like last week.
Okay. Matthew.
Matthew hasn't started it yet.
And he's gone.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm in like chapter 3.
wow. How? It's so short.
I haven't. I
And again,
finished.
we all struggled finishing Dragon Slayer.
That was the last day of the video we finished it. But I'm gonna focus on it pretty heavy.
That's what she said.
That discussion is gonna be great
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
because this book, Jeremy,
It's better than the movie. Just wait till you join the watch along next week for that. Just wait.
All the way from
I was
Germany.
about to say, can that be the thumbnail for the paper movies?
from Germany with love, for choosing this book. And we're not gonna make a watch along with Predator, whatever the fuck it's called. That wasn't a swear word. That was German.
That was German for
Fuck. I swear.
That's great. I didn't do it.
If you say it with an accent, it's not a swear word.
Are you playing a video game, Dylan?
Dylan, kick him from the stream. I'm already
I
sick
just
of
saw a
his two-page
PlayStation
piss
controller.
post. Get him off of here. Thank you. Ugh. Someone with tape. Here we go. The train's coming.
Again.
Okay.
Gosh, that's funny. Matt, what were you looking up on eBay?
Oh, I was looking at the comic books first, and I
Clothes
started
that
looking at
actually fit
something else. I need you, Adam. I have your next thing that you need to find for me.
What's that?
They're the little cereal. This is gonna sound really weird. They're the cereal. You remember the old cereal PVC figures
What?
that came in boxes of cereal?
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
What? What are they?
Little PVC figurines. They cost way too much on eBay, and I need 3 Captain Crunches.
Oh.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like these hard plastic ones.
Quality.
I have
This
a
is what we
Captain
call
Crunch
boomer
game.
talk.
And it has a Well, hold on. It has a collection of all of them. And the thing is, who wants to play as Sogmaster or the Soggies? Or the Soggies when they are the villains in the game. What they did is they took the toys from the cereal box and put them in a board game.
Man, I don't
But
think
the
we
thing
can talk
is,
about
I'd really
this
like
on
to
that.
have 4 Captain. Here it is. 4 Captain Crunches.
Is this what you're
I
talking
have
about?
one. And see, this is what he
Adam,
looks. Yeah,
that's
there
the
you go.
worst contrast I've ever seen.
But I need 3 more of these. They cost way too much on eBay. I don't know why. It's just friggin' Captain
This
Crunch.
is the biggest first
But
world thing I've ever
what I'm gonna
seen.
do is paint their little feet. No, it's this guy.
Yeah.
But paint the little feet yellow, green, and red, because he's got blue feet, and that way each character can be Captain Crunch, and they can fight both the little Soggies and the Sogmaster. This sounds ridiculous, but you asked.
Well, the vintage stock down the street from my house has a figurine little tub, so I'll look through it for you.
Yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, just 3 or as many Captain Crunches as you can get. If you can't get 3, get 2.
Here you go, Rob.
They can't be but like $1 or 50 cents at one of those places. And online they're asking like $10. No.
Did you see
Matthew.
Rob D's comment, Matt?
Yes, you know what? That Ewok telephone, I found it in the box for almost a good deal. And I was this close to getting it because when you dial it up, you get to hear Wicked talk. It's awesome. But I'm not that attached to it because it is a toy. I do like my little piggy banks I have. But do I need a phone? Yes, I do. But I don't want to pay that much for it.
I want
Matthew.
I want that one. Ghostbuster.
You want a Ghostbuster phone? A real Ghostbuster phone? What phone? Everyone used to have the Garfield phone back when I was a kid. That was the popular thing to have. Or you had that clear phone. You remember you could see the cogs and everything.
Yeah, the yellow and the teal.
Yeah, you could see what's going on in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, that Ewok phone is a rotary phone, which is another reason it's really cool. But the Ewok phone doesn't work. It's just a children's phone. But is that a real Ghostbusters phone, a real phone?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a
See, that'd be
2016
awesome.
limited edition?
It even says real phone.
Look at that. Small Time had a clear phone. Yeah, everyone thought it was cool. It had the little different colored sprockets in there to show you how things work.
Yeah.
That's
It
like
was cool.
they made a Game Boy that was like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the original Game Boy.
Were we gonna?
I have a golden little Ewok necklace from Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
My wife got me it. It was really nice. I got some magnets too from the Ewoks cartoon.
I kind of want this in my house somewhere. I don't know where I'd put it, but let's see if I can.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what I want. Another Yugna. And Bill better pay up. That's all I'm saying. But I want another Yugna. I'll be honest, I almost made an offer to a guy, but I was going to offer him like less than half what they're asking for that stupid stuffed animal. But I would love to get a second Yub Nub. I just can't justify spending $600 or however much he costs.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
I might need to
Matthew.
head off here in a minute.
Yeah.
Matthew, I just found some paper movies ideas right now, live.
You don't get to choose ever again.
Yeah. You're,
I don't know. I found the Scarface novelization. Also, I found Basic Instinct.
Really?
That was my VHS testing tape after someone got rid of my Ewoks Halloween special tape. I wanted revenge.
I thought quality was just getting his fist ready for each,
Wait. There he is.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Like,
But anyway,
I have Hook, but
yeah.
I have
got
Flash Gordon and THX 1138.
That's awesome.
I have Clash of the Titans. I just got E.T., which I've got another copy. I'm gonna send to Adam.
Okay.
yeah. Thank you for that, by the way.
And
Which
a
one-
copy of Alien for you.
Which one were the ones that were hard to find? Was it Halloween?
Yes.
Yeah.
All
The first three.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All of them.
I was gonna say, like, do you have those? I was like, I would be
Yes.
surprised. Oh, you do? Oh, nice.
Yes. Which I only have them digitally.
Okay.
They're
I
still
have
hard to
them.
get digitally. There's this jackass on eBay who's trying to sell the digital PDF of the original Halloween novelization for $100.
Yeah, they try. I think that's like to trick you because it's the picture of the paperback, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it says PDF.
Yeah,
It's
in
like,
the description, it's like
I'm never
PDF.
paying that much for a PDF of anything.
No.
Although
ridiculous.
apparently Hexerdusk finally came out on PDF.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
1, 2, and 3. And something. Okay, this is for Jeremy because I know he will love it. A second.
Man, quit masturbating. Oh,
James Bond.
License to
Right.
Kill.
Oh,
it's
nice.
probably a better book than a movie.
I found the Halloween novelization for $4 on Thrift Books website.
Is it really it?
Is it the PDF?
Here, blow up my screen.
Adam, every time you hold up the screen, it's this contrasty nightmare.
Is that
Hold on.
is that the new one?
Hold on, let me read about it.
Is that the new Halloween novelization?
Yeah. Because we could do that too. I have that.
I have Darkman, The Thing.
Oh,
Total
Dark
Recall.
Man, nice.
Do you have
Conan.
The Thing by Alan Dean Foster or the Who
The Thing
Goes
by Alan
There?
Dean Foster.
Okay, I'm thinking about. It's kind of expensive, but I found a listing of it in hardcover. I'm like, smeg. After I buy Zardos.
There's Total Recall, Robocop. What else?
I know that was a great
Poltergeist.
find, Matt. I watched that video.
Chris told me about it. It's like Are you sure it's old? He said 2011. I went, I'm getting it. So this was my newly discovered EU this year that I'm so happy to get. Because, like I said, every year I think I have it all, and then something like this pops up. I'm like, that's neat. Didn't know it existed.
I found.
But I did get to read something new this year.
I found a physical copy of it online. $368.
Yeah.
Yep. For mass market paperback.
Yeah,
Probably
here's
costs
the
$3.
different versions. $155.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the other one I found for cheap was like I think an ebook. So
This
the
looks nice.
Fog is also a hard to get one.
Tron.
None other than Brian Daly.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah, I
let
was
me
looking
ask
at
you
that.
this then. What hard to find novel do you wish you had in your collection?
all right.
Are we talking Star Wars or just anything?
Anything.
Because I mean, Star Wars, I'd like to finish off my Republic Commando set and get Republic Commando Volume 2, the book club size. It's one of the only book club sizes I don't have for my collection. So as a completist, I'd want that.
I already have Just 2, so that was mine.
Mine is Halloween,
yeah,
right?
I know you
Oh,
have
that's
it.
cool.
But let's see.
Mine is The Thing or Halloween.
Zardoz. See mine. I have that.
Oh wait. Oh, the 2018.
Yeah, I've got that one too. Oh wow, Madam Shad watched Halloween for the first time today. The original
It's a
or
good
the?
movie. I have that too. You know, Matt, there's a guy, The Last Jedi, the fourth one of those books. He has it listed at $1,200 on eBay.
Oh yeah. No, we saw when we were shopping at Twin Suns for books. We were looking for books. We thought like, oh, Last Jedi, and then we found a listing on Amazon for like $2,300 for the paperback used.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Where's quality?
Just disappeared. There you go.
What happened?
You just disappeared.
Sorry.
That's-
I was gonna make a Vonderling joke, but then he came back.
Matt, you're swimming in that tank.
I know. This is a little too large.
Just gotta go to the gym, fill it out.
I go to the gym, get buff again. Well,
Or
usually
get
large
pack implants.
is way too tiny for me, but X large here was a little too much.
You just gotta wear the large, and you gotta like look.
Well, I know that
with
now.
You gotta
My
go
wife's
for.
like, "Are you gonna get one of your own?" Because I printed those shirts for the billboard, and she's like, "Are you gonna make any more of your shirts?" I went, "Why? All I need is one. I can't even find it now." But
Adam, you got something?
Oh no, I was gonna say I should probably head out here in a little bit because
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
I
we
gotta
better go ahead and shut it down.
I
Got
got
work
a
tomorrow.
lift in the morning. So
Yep.
yeah.
Quality autism's got to go do his daily things.
I need
Yeah.
something to eat.
Yeah.
It's 7:30 in the morning.
Me as well. Because I just realized I haven't eaten since
What?
breakfast.
Oh wow, he's on that fasting diet.
Oh yeah.
I'm on the I forget to eat diet.
Holy
I'm
shit.
telling you, I got a barrel full of
I
cheese
got my
balls.
dinner
Name
right
on it
here.
tomorrow, brother.
I was gonna say, Dylan. I think I remember the only thing I've ever seen you eat was a waffle.
I've seen him eat mac and cheese. I've seen him with
I've seen
the
him eat.
pan.
I've seen him eat a bunch of things like pizza.
He's what was it? The Brad Pitt of what's that movie? When they go and steal from Las Vegas. What's that movie called? Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11,
Oh,
yeah.
that's it.
Every scene with Brad Pitt, he's eating.
I've seen him eat raisins out of Jeremy's mouth when he was asleep. I mean,
What?
that was the weirdest one. Jeremy fell asleep eating raisins and was like, he goes, "I look raisins."
Before we stop, thanks for having me on.
Hey, thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
And we got a face reveal.
Yes, we did.
and a little room tour, Germany.
Yeah,
Quality, I'm glad I got to talk to you.
yeah,
me
it's
too.
awesome. Going to have you back again in 2 weeks on Jeremy's channel for
When
the
I'm gonna
paper movies discussion.
When I'm gonna destroy him.
Yeah, I was about to say like when you're gonna cuss him out the whole time.
Going to turn into
Is it okay? Is swearing allowed in that discussion?
Not on paper movies.
But the book is full of it.
Oh,
Like, if
know.
I want to
We can
quote
talk about
something-
it. It's
You
written
can't.
by-
You can in German. You can do it with your German accent. You're fine.
Yeah,
Verfickte
you
Scheiße,
can-
elendige, so ein Scheißdreck, also.
That's fine. I don't care. But no English swear
Hurensohn.
would be better than the book.
Oh man, I'm coming. I'm
Bastard.
coming to your. I'm coming over to your place dressed as Indiana Jones. We're gonna have so much fun.
Is that a kinky thing?
No, I just want to hear him talk about John.
have him read you the books.
I was about to say, just Matt will be just sitting there in the corner doing this while he's reading the books.
Read the one with the
Oh
boat.
man, yeah, that'd be great.
It's funny. All right. Well, thanks for joining, everybody.
Dylan, why do you look like death?
He's hungry.
He's like, oh, let me pause my game real quick.
And on
I mean,
that note,
He's been sitting on the piss couch for 3 hours.
He's pissing.
bye.
Bye, everybody.